make sure you have your. I was gonna bring it on the spot, but your favorite Theo moment. Theo moment, Hulk Hogan. We'll talk about because you reminded me about the racist thing. I didn't actually know about that. We'll talk about that. I'll even admit it too. I didn't know. I had something with his daughter. All set?
Yeah.
Are we active live?
Yeah. You know it.
Alright, welcome to another episode of We All We Got. Of
Yeah.
course, I got my boy here, DJ H2O, to my right.
Yeah, and over here we got, the crispiest one of them all.
Hey man.
Crispy, bro.
And behind the scenes,
The real CB.
we got. That's not with the bank account yet.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it'll get there.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. We don't get there.
And then we got the man behind the cam, TJ. All right, so we're gonna start it off by. How was your week, brother? Everything was good.
Yeah, I'm living. I'm working. So.
Yeah, living the life, living the dream.
Oh, I'm trying to live the life of the dream. That's what we here for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right here.
I was gonna stop living the nightmare, but I'm joking. We're all living the dream. We're all living the dream. I'm joking. I'm playing around. But life is good. We're here. We're alive. Give God all the blessings, and we're good. We're gonna get this going. This is my favorite part of the week. Favorite time of the week is doing this podcast with my boy and my boy TJ, my boy DJ H2O. So we're gonna start off with some solemn news, unfortunately.
Yeah. From the live, from the living to the and some that have joined that crew now.
Mm-hmm.
One, we'll say this week, because we had three that just came out. Actually, there was another one. But the three major ones, the ones that were put out there, was one, Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go the next one, Hulk Hogan,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's right.
Also known as, well, a lot of people may know him well. Older generation may know him as Theo Huxtable.
Fun fact, what's your middle name?
Theodore.
And my son's name is Theodore, so it's a popular name that runs amongst kings. So rest in peace, MJW.
We'll come back to him.
Yeah.
We'll end off the talks on him. Ozzy Osbourne, I didn't know you too much. I know you from the Osbournes. I know you bit a bat's head off or something like that. That's what they said. You're a crazy rocker. So you know what? Shout out to you. I watched a little bit of the Osbournes. This was right. The Osbournes was called, right? Back when he was on for a bit. He was jokes still. Like, sometimes you didn't understand him, but he was jokes. The show was alright. It was cool. So I got nothing on him.
I don't know. I never followed rock and roll like that. I know.
I didn't follow rock and roll like that. I didn't hear his. I don't know his songs.
Yeah.
Heavy. Like, I'm pretty sure I probably know his song.
I know you're like, you have a poster up in your room right now.
No. I took that down years ago. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that much about him. I know that I heard about the bat eating incident, and I know that he always wears his glasses low. And,
Yeah, I think those were the first things I heard about him, was that he bit a bat's head off on stage or something like that.
Yeah, but of course he's a legend in the rock world. I'm pretty sure people that are tuning in or that watch his show have some interest in him and followed him or followed his career. So rest in peace, Ozzy. And going on to
All right.
Hulk Hogan. To me, I wasn't really a Hulk Hogan fan. I was more of like the Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker type of fan.
I was your fans too, yeah.
Hulk Hogan brought the energy and he brought the hype, but I wasn't that whole American hero.
Okay,
Type of
so we'll start with that part.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, and all his Hulkamaniacs, the 24-inch pythons. All right, listen. I got to wrestling, yes. Hogan was the guy. That was the guy.
You liked him back in the day?
That was the guy. It was Hogan, and obviously that's how they promoted him. You know what I mean? The good guy. You know what I mean?
Was the good guy.
Talking then, the good guy at the time. As you say, he was the good guy, and Andre the Giant was the bad guy, and then Zeus for a little bit was the bad guy, and macho at times when they're being, but Hogan was that foundation. Like, you're a fan of everyone. You know, I was a Macho Man fan. I liked him too. Ultimate Warrior, that was my guy too.
Jake the Snake.
Jake, I didn't mind Jake the Snake. He was cool. He was a villain, but I didn't mind him because he was cool. I like when he bust up the Snake a little bit. Damien brought out Damien and let Damien run and all.
TJ, I heard you say that you like Goldust back in the day. True or no?
This guy turned yeah, what's that? A bull here. This guy went to a whole different era.
No, that's still the same era. Hulk Hogan, Goldust.
Yes, but I mean, no, the heavy Hulkamaniac was in Goldust, yeah.
I'll play Goldust.
It was Dusty.
Goldust was entertaining, but it wasn't my favorite. No. My favorite was Razor Ramon, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but Cheese Ball.
Cheese Ball. Rest in peace to him too. He passed away, right? Yeah. But yeah, I was saying this Hulkamaniac and all of that. But I liked other people. It was Brutus the Barber, Beefcake, Hitman, all of them.
At what age was your heart broken when you realized it was fake?
Oh, my heart wasn't broken. Like, I wasn't broken to know that it was fake. Like, I didn't, like, when people say, okay, wrestling's fake. Again, I've said this before. Like, it's like, so is everything else on TV. What do you mean by
What
is fake?
So, obviously,
what is considered fake?
Okay, so it's theatrical, it's made up. You know that the wrestling moves.
Those are character names.
And the sequences are made up prior to
the thing that's fake about it is who's winning or not, because they know who's supposed to win.
Of course.
Okay? The slamming, when you get slammed, okay, I know the punches aren't real. It's like they're brushing them with the hits, right? Because it's not a straight fist in the eye. Because if you're getting fist in your eye, it's gonna be swollen. Yeah. Their faces are never swollen. True. It's a brush off, right? So it's like one of these, right?
And some of them, they would stick the razor within their knuckles.
Yeah, or they cut themselves sometimes. You know, they do it themselves, right? It's not the other person. They might do it to themselves, right?
No, that shit's actually real.
Well, obviously bleeding is real. The cause of you bleeding from the punch isn't real.
Yeah.
But yes, that's when these guys get slammed down and stuff, when they body slam them and stuff, yeah, they brace, but you're still feeling pain. These guys do get injured. But yes, it's fake in the sense of all of that else, just like everything on TV, anything else on TV you watch.
So,
right?
I
mean, in sports-wise, okay, no, it's not real, as in like if you're watching football, basketball, stuff like that, right? Like, yeah, it's not real as in that's like I said. They know who's going to win the match. They know all of that already. So, yes, it's set up in that way. But it's just like everything else on TV. It's entertaining.
That's true.
And that's what I got from it. I got entertainment. I wasn't heartbroken really to be like, oh my God, no, it's real. Maybe I did at one point. I was like, oh no, it's real. And someone told me, no, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. But I never worried about all that. I just like the entertainment of it, like the storylines.
Bro,
that's what the main thing was the storylines, and when like back then, like they didn't really have storylines, and that was the thing with like the Heimer Hogan and stuff. It was Saturday, so I think it was like 12 o'clock. WWF Superstars or something like that it was called. It was a bunch of nobody's really wrestling. You might see
you might
see one, but they're facing someone who's garbage too, right? There was one guy, the only one person that didn't become a superstar but was well known as an opponent was the Brooklyn Brawler.
I don't remember that.
I know, there was one guy, the Brooklyn Brawler, and he's fighting each guy. Basically, he's probably seen once a week fighting someone, right? But other than that, and then they might have Saturday night main event. That's when you would see them fight each other, but that wasn't every Saturday. It was maybe once in a while, I think they would do that.
Yeah.
So like, wrestling kind of fell off a little bit for me, because I was, obviously you're growing up, you do things, you play, you go outside at night. So it's like, I know I'm not seeing who I want to see.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever.
I don't know, for me, like, that first time when Kane beat Undertaker, I ain't gonna lie, I shed a tear still. Undertaker was my guy. Undertaker was my guy. And then when he officially, but Undertaker, like, he would retire and come back, like, as some conjured up. Like, he'd always
yeah, I know, he came in, listen, when he came in that biker era, I hated that Undertaker era. I hated
Undertaker was
it.
all the new version of
yeah, called Undertaker.
Yeah, they have to change
I
that.
hated it. I was like, what is this? This is not the dead man. But speaking of match, okay, so that made you, that was, because, okay, you're Undertaker, were you a Kane fan at that time?
No.
Okay,
Nah, man.
okay.
I hated
So
it.
what match made you like, gave you like the toughest decision? But either way, you're kind of a winner to end. You're a fan of both, but you're
I
like,
got you. Even though
you know what match that was. You know what the big match was back in the day that tore people apart, who to go for.
Well, for me, it was Undertaker and Bret the Hitman Hart. That was for me, simply because of the Canadian connection, right? So I was going, obviously as a Canadian, I'm rooting for Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite wrestler was the Undertaker. So to answer your question, for me, that's the one where I was kind of split. Whoever wins wins. For me.
Mine was, I know, but you weren't a Hogan fan, so it wouldn't be for you. Okay, that's why. But it was Hogan and Warrior. Sky Gun.
That was classic.
Bro, when I heard they were a match, I'm like, who do I go for?
Yeah.
Who do I go for? Because Hogan was the guy, because that's what you're introduced to, the butt.
Yeah.
Warrior was the ish when he was in. Like, it was like,
And
so that was the one where it's like, you know what? I don't mind who wins, but I think 0.01% of me probably wanted Hogan.
Really?
Just because he's the original. He was the first, right? That's your first fan, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I was the fan, that was my first wrestling guy I knew about, so it was like, but I wasn't hurt when that Warrior went. I was kind of like, oh, I was supposed to like, Warrior.
Yeah.
It's time,
But
it's time. Because Hogan was reaching there, right? Like, Hogan started mid-80s. This was probably like, well, even not mid-80s. He was probably before that, but.
No, Warrior was in the.
No, Warrior was.
80s.
No, Warrior
Later
was. But
80s.
when it was early 90s, like maybe 1991, 92, 90 when he came in, but Hogan before that. So Hogan was kind of getting up there a little bit. So to pass it on, the Warrior I didn't mind that one.
Well, forgive me.
That was a tough one to pick who to go for.
Forgive me for wrong, but they actually didn't have beef per se. Like they were actually, like they were set up the storyline where this guy actually hates this guy. From my understanding, they actually
most of these guys are cool behind camera.
not even behind camera. Like the way that they played that storyline,
Yeah.
they weren't really beefing. I'm not talking
Their
about
characters.
their characters.
Their characters? No, it was more of a.
I think it was just one's at the top of his game.
Yeah.
One's at the top of his game.
Yeah.
Let's get it on top of that.
But I did hear at times Hogan didn't want to. These guys got to be able to want to give up that spot to the next guy. Some guys will be like, no, I'm not giving up to this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not letting this guy take.
But sticking with Hulk Hogan, he was I guess the face of.
Yeah, he's the
So the one thing that
he's what made WWF become what it is, or help get it to where it is now. It was a big part of it. It was a massive part of that.
one can actually argue is that there's really been, and again, I might upset a lot of people here, but really and truly in the history of WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it now, there's actually only really been 3 superstars, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Andre the Giant.
Okay.
I'm talking about face of the league superstar.
Okay.
Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold. Can you argue that? To carry that torch. So we're not talking about like obviously we have also Warrior fans. We have Undertaker fans.
Put The Rock in there. Because listen, you see the Attitude Era. There was a lot. You see, okay, this is going.
No, he's not for Rock because he's a.
No, I know what you're looking at, but don't look at that. Don't look at that. That his mic game was the best.
More than Stone Cold?
Stone Cold had no mic game.
Stone Cold? The
Cold.
beer smashing?
That's not a mic game. That's not a mic game, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh, catchphrases. Okay, fine.
Stone Cold had what?
And the other wrestlers took
Hold on. That's really, and okay, Austin 316 said, I just whooped your ass. Those are his 2 friends. But every week, when you went when you watched it the next day, who are you quoting? The Rock lines. Jabroni.
If you smell-
What's your name?
What?
It doesn't matter what your name is.
I
Like,
got you.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike Game, The Rock, I will say, the best ever in wrestling.
Yeah.
The best ever to be on that mic. Like, he could be on that mic when it was Raw era, when it was dominating. I don't have to watch him wrestle. I could just listen to him talk his shit
Yeah.
all night.
He had the crowd in stitches at times. I'll give you that.
Bro, the one he did in Toronto, oh my
I
gosh.
have to pull that up.
Oh my, when he had some song, something, blah, 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 because the Maple Leafs suck. And he said it, and the boos that were coming, and he's like, yep. And that face was like, yep, got him, got you guys.
But yo, was he wrong about the point?
No, he wasn't. And me, when he said that, I was like, rock, but damn, that was good. It was good the way he did it. Oh my gosh.
I'll give you. He has the lines.
Yo, it was crazy, but that's what I'm saying. So I would Hogan, and yes, Andre the Giant, and what? I'll say if you had to pick one, it would be Hogan. And from him.
So first would be Andre. If you're going in years, first would be Andre. Andre gave it up to Hogan.
Did Andre give it up to?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay, I'll say both of them. He was a thing. So I'll say both of them, and bigger wrestler fanatics than me, because I'm not that right now. But bigger wrestling heads, you guys can correct us. You know what I mean? Let us know. But I would say, I guess you can say Andre and Hogan, right? But Hogan really propelled it past Andre. So Andre, I'll say, it's like a seed.
Gotcha.
And then Hogan was just like the water on it and kind of sprouted it. So I'll say from Hogan and after Hogan, that's the thing.
It's hard.
I don't think it was one person. It was they started getting superstars here and there.
And then you have to throw in Cena at one point.
Right. But if you want to go to a next person who really like pushed it, you'd have to go, you'd have to say Attitude Era. And maybe I guess, no, you know what? It wasn't passed on to him, but he did help. Yeah, your boy, Taker. He's not I won't say he was the face, but
for a
when
little
he
while,
came in,
for a little while,
the way when $1 Million Man brought him in, he shook it up because people did not see anything like him
that before,
right?
That's true.
So he wasn't passed to him, but he was one of the faces at that time. Like, if you were to put a poster up and you had some face, you're putting Taker's face up there.
I got you.
He's going there, right? Like, even Hogan's era, you'd say Macho Man helped. He was a face too because it was Hogan and Macho Man.
Yeah, but those type of characters, I think you just alluded to just now. Those type of characters actually help the superstar more.
That's what I'm saying. But you needed them for the superstar to stay a superstar, not just be looked at as you're beating up. Like I said, it just looked like he was beating up on a bunch of weak people, like just someone off the street, and it's like you don't want to see those matches no more. So you need someone that's going to push you. Roddy Piper was another man.
That's right.
Help. So they weren't the face. Like if you're gonna make a poster and you had someone in the middle, yes, it's Hogan. But next to him, you're gonna have Macho Man. You may have Warrior. Then you may have. You could have had, even before Warrior, you might have had Piper there. You might have been Macho Man, Piper beside him. And then, you might have brought Warrior. And then it could have been Taker. And then you had Bret. Then you had, even before Bret, you had the Rockers, which was Shawn Michaels. Right? You had the tag teams that helped put the
Demolition Brothers.
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom,
Right? You had those. You had those that helped. So, individually, I don't know, like, if you had to say a person that would, you can say, this is the middle, it's hard. Maybe The Rock. Maybe Stone Cold and The Rock were the next. Stone Cold and Rock were like Hogan, Macho Man.
Where do you put John Cena?
He was after. I would say him after The Rock and them. He helped keep it up there. I'll say he is a face. He is a face. Cause look at him turning heel is a big thing right now.
Yeah.
Him being the bad guy now, cause he's ending. He's finishing off.
Yeah.
And people were wondering what he's gonna do, and that's what he did. So people didn't like it. I was kind of thinking at it at first, but then I kind of got it after. I was like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Hogan did it, and it did wonders.
Yeah.
It revived him when he became Hollywood Hogan, when he turned his back and in WCW and did all that.
I don't. He didn't have as much as the Hollywood success as The Rock or
No,
John Cena.
he had a moment with No Holds Bar
Okay.
with Zeus,
Mhm.
right? He had that little moment there.
Mhm.
And really, that was maybe about it. Like,
Yeah.
because I remember that was big. I wanted to see that. That's when Hogan had the name. Like, he was still Hogan, right? So, and I know he had maybe a couple other movies come out, but I don't think they did as great or as good as that one. I don't think all of them did great, but they did as good as No Holds Bar.
So stick on Hogan now. So you actually reminded me yesterday, and I completely forgot. I honestly, I didn't follow Hogan like that, but I do remember.
Yeah.
Until you reminded me yesterday that there was a little racist connotation with him. As far as, and I read about the story that apparently his daughter was dating a black man.
Yep.
And
The message on her
answer machine.
Yeah, going off.
So, does him having that racist moment in your eyes, does it tarnish his entire legacy?
Okay. If we're gonna do,
So first of all, explain the story first, though, because that was just a small.
I don't know the exact details of it. I know yes, he was dropping the N-bomb on the machine on her, saying I guess he didn't want her dating a black guy or whatever, or dating niggers and all that stuff. Or something.
And he used the N-word a couple
I
times.
appreciate, the N-word was used in there and stuff like that. So I didn't deep dive into it or anything like that at the time or even now. Like I just heard about it, and so what people would like to do is try and separate this from this. You know what I mean? So Hulk Hogan was this character. I don't think that should be tarnished, right? I was separated. I don't remember his real name is Terry something. I can't remember his real name. That person, I didn't know that person, so that person to me is a racist. Now I know people are gonna be like, well, can't separate the two. Okay, as I said, he did a movie with Zeus, right? We all know Zeus, Debo, right? That's who Zeus was. Black guy, so they did a movie together. Now that doesn't mean you can't be a racist and still work around because he could have just looked at him as he's beneath me. I can work with this person, they're beneath me, blah, blah, blah. So Hogan could have been a racist too, but I didn't see that as the character. So I will not necessarily speak on that. Or say that Hulk Hogan is a racist. But the man behind the character has a bit of racism, clearly, or has some type of ill will towards black people or black men. I don't know how he feels about black women.
Well, to jump on that real quick.
But he probably sees them almost in the same light as a black man.
Right. So I saw when you brought that to my attention, I actually looked at racist Hulk Hogan, Googled it. And during the Trump campaign, this is something that I missed. There was a moment where they asked him about Kamala Harris, and he said, "Well, she doesn't. One day she's black, one day she's Indian."
That I think he's just running with what was in the news because everyone used that. But everyone would say that one day she's this, one day she's that.
No, but he actually took it a step further. You guys can YouTube it. It's on YouTube. He actually took it a step forward, and he said, one day she's doing this, and it was like the core Aboriginal Indian, which is actually nothing to what her actually background is. There wasn't that Aboriginal Indian that she has in her heritage.
In that,
right?
It's a video you said you saw?
It's a video.
Okay,
He's going like,
in that
like
video,
this.
this will also answer the Hogan part.
Yeah. But that is racist.
What was he wearing?
Who was he?
When he was up there, how was he introduced? Did they see an introduction? Was there an introduction of him?
What I didn't
Did you
see.
see that part? Or was he already up there talking?
Well, you already know he's wearing his garb, the traditional.
I don't know.
But as far as his,
my question, did he have any Hulk Hogan gear on?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I'm saying, if he's up there in any piece of Hulk Hogan wear, then yes, it tarnishes Hulk Hogan. Because now he's going up there as Hulk Hogan, not as Terry, whatever your name, your I want to say human form, but your non-character name is, right? If you just go up there in your regular clothes and you're speaking as Terry,
no. I gotta disagree.
but if you're up there, hey there, brother, all my maniacs out there, we're going for Trump. Then you're being Hulk Hogan, and now to me, now you make Hulk Hogan as a racist.
See, I gotta disagree on that because anywhere that an individual goes, if you're in the spotlight, especially if you're a famous actor or actress or whatever, famous athlete, people are always going to see you as simply that, right? For example, when you think of friggin' LeBron James, let's throw anybody in that.
Yeah, but he's that name.
I'm thinking LeBron James as a basketball player.
But LeBron James, what I'm saying, LeBron James is the name he uses for everything.
Okay, here's another example. Jay-Z.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
His real name is Sean Carter.
Okay.
If Jay-Z goes into a podium and he says something unorthodox or something that's really out there, right? That's people would make people think. Like if he says, say he says something about the LGBTQ, just an example, and they introduce him as Sean Carter. 99% of the people are gonna be like, that's what Jay-Z said. That's what he said about that. Those are gonna say, oh, that's what Sean Carter said.
I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Which, okay. It doesn't work. The only reason I say it won't work because he doesn't necessarily separate the two. What I'm trying to say is, if you definitely separate the two, and there's a way you can separate the two, with musicians, it's harder. Even if you have, hold on.
If he's in a business corporate,
he can try to do it. I'm saying, from an outside view, looking at the person, right? With musicians, you have a stage name, right? That's the name you go by, whatever. But you're writing stuff as, when you were a kid, he wasn't Jay-Z, he was Sean Carter. So you're telling those stories as the story of you as a kid. But you weren't Jay-Z then. You were still Sean Carter, right? It's with music, you using stuff from when you were before being famous. Like when you're a character on TV, that's when that character is born, is TV.
Yep.
I don't know you as a kid or anything. I know you from TV. I don't even know your real name, some of them.
Yep.
Right? Even with artists, you learn their name after, but I'm just saying, with TV, it took a while when you were a kid before you knew the name. Like, even when you saw the name come up on the screen, you didn't know who was who. You just saw a bunch of names. You didn't know that this person played this person, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm trying to say is, with characters, you see that person on TV, this is who they are, you don't know anything about them off of it.
Facts.
So when they're off camera and they're speaking, especially with actors, they're playing different roles. So you can't be like, you're gonna hold all of those characters to say they're doing this person, they're doing, no, you're gonna hold who they are as a person outside of the characters of that, okay, this person did that. That doesn't mean, like, all you're saying is you're preserving the character because the character is someone else could have wrote those lines. All they did was perform it, right? With an artist, a musician, most of the time, unless you're R&B, maybe, someone else might write and you sing it. But with rap, if we're gonna talk about Jay-Z, that's them. They're talking about themselves. Whatever they're writing is them. I know you can tell other people's stories. You can do that too, but majority of the time what they're writing is about them.
Facts.
Especially with rappers.
Yeah.
It's their life. This is what I grew up seeing, doing, and this is what I was around.
Some of them have
that character on TV didn't grow up as me, if I play a character on TV, they didn't grow up as me.
Yeah.
They grew up as their own character. They have their own backstory and everything. Jay-Z's story is Sean Carter's story, but I just go on stage with a different name to tell this person's story. I'm still telling the same story.
But if he's, again, we're sticking with Jay-Z or Hulk Hogan, right? If they're in a corporate or a business setting, right? Because the original question was how did he get introduced? That's what you said, right? How did Hulk Hogan get introduced when he made that indie remark?
Yeah, when he was on for that event,
event.
how was he introduced?
So I don't know how he was introduced, but from my perspective, to the masses or to the audience, we only see him as Hulk Hogan. Right? There's 90% of people don't know his real name. Like even you just a while ago said, what's his name?
Yeah, no, I know, but I know Hulk Hogan is, regardless of me knowing his background, I know Hulk Hogan is the character. I know he's acting.
Of course, 100%.
A lot of people know. Even with acting, you know when someone's acting, they're acting on TV. You don't know, you know them as that person, the name. You don't even know that they have a separate name. You think that person is that person on TV until you see them maybe in an interview or something and you hear them called by a different name. You're like, oh, they're just pretending to be this person. Oh, okay. So you know that person on TV, whatever it is, they're pretending.
Yeah.
But if I hear them say something that's not on TV in character, I know that, that's them saying this. It's not the character saying it, it's them saying it.
No, well, I agree. But from the way that I look at it, if you're, so he was promoting Donald Trump, right? So as a entertainer or someone that's in the, so his image, he's in the public eye, right? So they grabbed him from that because he's usually in the public eye, right? So if you're in the public eye, it doesn't matter what setting you're in. It doesn't matter if you're getting introduced, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're getting introduced by Terry or Hulk Hogan. They're using you in a public, on a public platform to gain audience members or to gain them or to gain a vote.
Try to use the Hogan side,
exactly. Even though they're not introducing him as Hogan.
I get what you're saying. I get that part.
So for me, even if they introduced him as Terry, and they say, okay, here comes Terry to talk some stuff about Donald Trump, and you're using a racist connotation to describe Kamala Harris.
I get what you're saying.
To me, it tarnishes the image as Hulk Hogan and as Terry.
I see where you can get that.
Right?
Maybe I see. The only reason I'm separating two because this part here, like we're talking about, even though he's going Hogan, I know this is he's not doing this in his height of popularity. It's a scramble. I know what you're using. You're trying to use the name, which and that's where I do agree with you. That's why if some people look at Hulk Hogan and see Hulk Hogan as a racist too, I can get it because yes, he wasn't brought up there. As you said, they can say Terry.
As Terry, right.
But everyone, when you see him, your first reaction is Hulk Hogan's there. It's Hulk Hogan. Now, if he goes here, I'm up here. I'm not up here as Hulk Hogan. Up here as Terry. He can do that, and then that's up to you if you want to still stick to it as Hogan or whatever, right? But I'm pretty sure he didn't do that. And went up there. And he knows Hogan, the Hulkster area of him is what people are going to attract. So that's what they want him there to attract. Those fans, the Hulkamaniac fans back in the day, maybe they'll be like, hey, Hulk, like, all right, you know what? Let's tag along. But no, I wouldn't do that.
And for those people that are following it just for the political reasons, they're not going to really. And for those hard right-wing people that follow the forever Trumpsters and battle to what he says and does, they're not going to look at it as, oh my gosh, he said something that's racist. Like, it wouldn't matter what he says. They're going to vote for Trump regardless, right? So I just think for the regular people that just see this man coming up and talking about another individual, and he uses a racist term, they're the ones that look at it like, wow, that's going to tarnish his image. As opposed to people that follow him religiously or follow Trump religiously, they look at it like, it is what it is. He still got my vote. But I want you to answer in the long range of stuff, for his entire career, for Hulk Hogan, the racist connotations that you brought up, does it tarnish his overall career or his overall image? If you have to answer that.
Honest answer? I really don't know because, like you said, there's not that fine separation
Okay.
of Hogan and
Okay.
Terry, right?
Mhm.
So what I was gonna say, to end off the Hogan, because it went longer than I wanted it to go.
We didn't get the signal from the director.
It's all right.
TJ, unless you do this, we're gonna keep going.
Director's giving us the free will right now.
Play the music in the background softly.
Yeah, he's figuring out the stuff and he'll cut it off when he's ready. But what I was gonna say was, okay, you know what's his name? Shit, white boy, Michael Rappaport.
The way
Yeah, I just seen a post of him and he's talking about how he's like, basically saying we're not gonna tarnish Hulk Hogan's name.
Okay.
I guess because of whatever, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's where it's like, all right, you're blurring it there. That's the blur because you're saying to look past it because of what he did. So then you should be giving R. Kelly a blind end because of what he did for music. You should look past him. We're not going to tarnish his name. I know they're saying in death. Okay, so not R. Kelly. Okay,
No, you can use it.
no, but R. Kelly's in dead. So, right? So we'll use who's passed. Okay, someone passed.
Michael Jackson.
Okay, no, because we've not tarnished his name. There's no need to. We've never found guilty
I did that
on anything.
I did that on purpose.
Try that. Okay? Well, what I was saying, anyways, is basically, if you want to say Hogan, F Hogan,
Mhm.
I can understand why.
Yeah.
If you want to say no, I'm not going to diss Hogan.
You can understand.
I'm not gonna respect what he said after, but the time when he was in wrestling,
Mhm.
at those times that I know of him before that, I will honor that, and I'm not honoring what everyone wants to do. I think in this case, is fine.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's really a right or wrong. All right, anyways, if you want, you can hit that, so it's not beeping. So, but
Alright, so let's go on to last but not least, Malcolm Jamal Warner. A lot of us, in our community or outside of our community, grew up watching The Cosby Show.
you know what?
And
Shot the deal before the top.
amen. And a lot of us, especially in our age, even though MJW was a little bit older than us, right? When we saw his character, we saw a lot of him in us, right? Now, obviously, the Cosbys grew up in an affluent neighborhood, right? But you can still see some similarities that they went through as a black family that you and I or other people went through as well, right? So, for me, it more or less bothered me because to me, 54, 55, it's still relative.
Oh, yeah.
It's still relative.
That's
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So seeing someone that you grew up watching,
He's
and
still
that's
active.
still, right, exactly, and that's still not really close to our age, but relatively close, to pass away, it touches me, right?
He's big for us.
Yeah.
He'd be big bro.
Oh yeah.
He'd be big bro for us. He has what? 54 he passed, so he has what? 12 years. 11 years on us. So that's like big bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you kind of looked when you like watching him on Cosby Show. You looked at it like you could relate, even if you weren't his age,
Mhm.
right? Like we obviously we were probably weird now, we went to school, whatever. But you looked at him as like, okay.
Yeah.
You could see yourself, or preparing you for what's coming for you, because we're younger, right? So we're seeing, oh, that's what's now. Oh, that's okay.
And if you watch the Cosby Show, his character was a person that was always trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Somehow, always trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unlike,
You didn't have it all together.
yeah, I'll throw it in the books. Carlton. Let's use Carlton as an example.
Okay.
From Freshman
Perfect.
Second,
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Carlton, went to school, got good grades.
He knew what he wanted to
Ivy
do.
League. He knew what he wanted to do, right? Theodore was always trying to figure something out for the betterment of himself as a man. And I kind of looked at it, well, that's kind of inspirational. Again, considering that he's kind of close to our age. So my wife actually texted me the story saying when he passed. I'm like, oh, that sucks, man. That's a hit. And it's even the matter that he died. Like, I hate swimming. Like, first of all, I can't swim. That's number one. But number two, one of my fears is actually water, oceans, and stuff like that. So for me to find out that he died in that manner, that kind of is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because it sucks to drown. Sucks to drown. But what was your favorite Theo moment? It doesn't have to be on the Cosby. It could be.
Oh, it's gonna come. Listen, I want to check out the show he was doing. He plays a doctor. I want to check it out and see that. But when we talk about Theo, that's what I know him as. And he did the Malcolm and Eddie. He had that a little bit. But yeah, Theo was, because you know what, his character. You know what, that character is kind of underrated in a sense of that's a really relatable character.
Facts. Yep.
Because of how he started out and where he ended.
Yeah.
It's like that is an inspiration. That is a character you can show kids coming up in the hood or wherever, that hey, he had his struggles.
Yep.
He was dyslexic, right? He
That's
he
right.
was dyslexic on
That's
the
right.
show and still figured it out. They didn't make it all easy, and he just even though the parents had money, it wasn't just here's money to fix it. Getting the best doctor, fix his eyes, get his eyes fixed.
Yeah.
He's good, he can read again, or he's not dyslexic anymore. I'm not saying you can get rid of dyslexia. I don't know if you can't. I'm just saying they didn't have that type of thing to just buy his way through the rest of his life or buy his way through hard times.
Yeah.
He actually had to work through those times. He had to study, school, all of those things, right? So I want to give that character, Theodore Huxtable as a character, his props, flowers,
Yeah.
all of that up there. Sucks that it's happening now that we're doing it. It should have done before. Right? We just started this podcast, so that's why we're giving it now.
Yeah.
But his character really needs to be looked at
That's right.
as especially for black kids.
That's right.
Right? As a character to be promoted or even just studied or as an inspiration to others.
Right.
But on the show, he had a few moments. He had a few moments that I liked that are fun. But obviously, what the top one would be Gordon Gartrell.
Play it out.
Gordon Gartrell. Denise! That's all you hear from the room. Because everyone knows, everyone who knows the episode, everyone who knows the episode knows the episode. Okay, but for those who don't, right? So Theo wanted a shirt, and I think the shirt cost $90. And it's a big name, Gordon Gartrell. Obviously, TV-wise, I don't think that's a real name, but. So it's like a gold shirt, something with like blue collar and like a blue, like there's a pocket like a blue trim or whatever.
I remember the offer.
Right? So he bought
And
it.
he had it tucked in with his black pants.
He bought it,
Yeah.
but I think after Cliff found out the price or whatever, made him return it. He told him he had to return it, whatever. He told Denise that he had to return the shirt, and Denise is like, I can make you one. He's like, yeah. He's excited that she can make it. He's like, yeah. She starts to make it, and you can see as she's making it, she's getting frustrated. She's struggling with it.
Doesn't look like there is.
They didn't show it. You can just see she's kind of struggling, right? She's frustrated. Okay, so she makes it. I guess Theo gives the boss. I can't remember if she tried to explain to him about it or whatever, but he took it, goes to the room, and she's sitting in her room with Vanessa. She's talking to Vanessa. I hope he likes her, something like that. And all you hear from the other room is, Denise! And she's like, and he comes in, and he's like, this is one sleeve is all the way in, the other one is short. The collar is effed up looking. And I think it was long, too, or whatever, because like you said, he comes in, he's like, what is this? This is the Gordon Gartrell? This is what I'm supposed to pass on? This shirt is so long. She said, why don't you tuck it in? It's tucked into my socks!
You know what's funny? Whenever they
man.
whenever they have shows or episodes like that, or even movies
Yeah.
that have, you know, a popular car, say like Back in the Future. Remember that popular car? I know it's on for sale or it's gonna get, you know, put in an auction somewhere.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, like, when it's like a shirt like that. Do you
Yeah.
think that's somewhere like in the
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood Hall of Fame, hanging up
The
somewhere?
Denise version, the one that she made on the show, it's gotta be somewhere.
It's gotta be
Especially now, it's gotta be somewhere. I
We
don't know if
should look it
someone
up.
had it or held it or.
We should Google whatever happened to
Gordon
Theo's
Gertrude's
shirt,
shirt,
Gordon
yeah.
Gertrude's shirt, of the Cosby
But-
show.
I was the same with that one, but he, in the end, long story short, watch the show, watch the episode, you can find it, YouTube it or something. He doesn't want to bring, now he's supposed to be going on a double date and they're coming to the house soon. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I told my girl I'm going to have a Gordon Gartrell shirt. So I can't come out there with something else. So I think they came over, so they're in the living room now. And I think he was in the kitchen. He's trying to avoid them seeing him. And he like busts through the kitchen door and they're there and he's all like, oh, and he's trying to cover up the shit. But then the other dude that's supposed to be that's on the date. And if you're watching it, you'll know who he is because he ends up being Dwayne Wade in a different world.
Okay.
So he's there and they see the shirt and they're like, oh, what's that? That shirt looks dope. They actually like the shirt. The weird
One
looking
that's
version
messed
that Denise made, and they're like, oh, that's the latest thing. And apparently now it's like in style kind of thing. So he kind of goes upstairs and gives Denise a hug and says, yo, they love the shirt. They'll come downstairs and I want them to meet me. You know, I want to introduce you to them, blah, blah, blah. And even I'll just call him Dwayne Wayne because I can't remember what his name was on the show. He's like, can you make me one like that kind of thing? And it's like, so it was, that episode was great. And other ones they like is when they turned the whole place, they took out everything and made it like Theo has to rent out an apartment.
Okay.
So like he comes to the house and Cliff is not Cliff, he's the landlord or something like that, or he's the maintenance man or something like that. I think Rudy was the landlord, Vanessa was the secretary, Claire was, I think, like a maid or some type of, not maid, but like something like that, or Denise worked in, there's like a restaurant part, the kitchen I think is the restaurant, and she was the waiter, she's like a server, so he comes in there, he's there with cockroach and they get food and stuff, and she gives them a bill and all that stuff. He wants to go, he goes into his room is layered out, nothing in the room, he has to rent the room, and so they're trying to teach him about being an adult. I can't remember if he was trying to act like an adult, something, but there's a teaching lesson. That's the thing with college. There's always a teaching lesson in every episode. But there's that one. There's a whole bunch. The way they did a performance for it's not necessarily him. It was the whole family, but they did the performance for the grandparents and did the son. That was more Rudy who took over that one, but Theo was there doing his thing.
There's lots of episodes where you can
Yeah.
go where he had his moments that you could pull like, yo, this is a classic.
Even if he was only in the episode for a little bit,
Yes.
he had some lines, he had some moments. It was like,
The interesting thing that I found out also a couple days ago was actually, you probably know this, but Bill Cosby's real son was actually a dyslexic.
Yeah. The whole Cosby show is based on his family.
Yeah, so I actually didn't know
Loosely,
that.
not everything. Yeah.
Theo was actually based off of
His
his
son.
real son and his learning issues. So I found that pretty cool.
And that's what kind of said to the wife that they too. I was like, his son passed away in real life, like way back.
Years ago,
Now
for
his
sure.
character's son passed
that
away
hurts.
too.
That hurts.
Right?
That hurts.
So.
For me, one episode that sticks out was when he called up his dad. He called up Bill to the room. He's like, Dad, I want to talk to you. And he goes, he's having a heart to heart. It's supposed to be a serious, solemn moment with his dad, right? And he's having a heart to heart moment.
I guess.
So he's like, Dad, you know, you're a lawyer.
You're a doctor.
You're a doctor. Mom's a lawyer. And I'm thinking, you know what? So basically he's saying there's a lot of so-called pressure on him to be of that cloth, right? They're successful. Yeah, and he ends up by saying, I just want you to love me for me. Like, I want to do my own thing.
I may not be a lawyer, but
Yeah.
you know, I just want you to love me for me.
And then there's a moment where he just stands and, back in the day, they had the background, people applause.
He says his name,
And he turns.
Well,
So you're expecting Bill, the father, to be like, son, I agree with you. That's a good thing. Create your own path. Nope. That's not what he says. Bill stands up and says, Theo? What type of
Theo? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No one even gets so many D's on your report card. You know what I mean? You just don't want to try it. You know what? You think if you try it, it's just going to ooze out of your ear.
So Theo wasn't.
That was a big speech, though. That was a really good speech.
It's one of those things where it plays to the uniqueness of the show, where you think it's gonna go one way, but it actually goes another way, right? And even though Theo wasn't the joke teller in that, it was a serious but funny moment combined into like one quick skit. You know what I mean? So that one stuck out for me.
You thought you were getting a full house moment before
Exactly.
the house came in. You know what you should have known? You weren't getting no moment when there was no background music when you were speaking. You knew it was going to go. And that's the thing.
That one was funny for me.
You know who related to that? All the black people related to that.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? Because you thought you said something nice.
Could you?
And you were coming disrespectful. Theo wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
He was trying to say, I feel like you guys wouldn't love me if I didn't become what you guys are. I just want you, but I hope you do love me for whatever I end up being, kind of thing. And that's what you're trying to get across.
And it's a good lesson.
Cliff just stepped on this.
And it's a good lesson in a comical way of nepotism, right? Because you would think that the son or daughter of two very successful individuals would want to walk in the same footpath, right, and become a doctor or a lawyer. But in this case, he actually didn't want to. I mean, I hate to pick up the whole story, but we can go back to the whole LeBron James and Bronny thing.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be a funny moment or a fly on the wall if Bronny came to LeBron and said, Dad, you're a successful basketball player, but I really don't want to do this. And LeBron said, what the f*** are you talking about? What? You better put on those sneakers and play for the Lakers. Right? And, I mean, you could actually look at him and be like, that's probably the conversation that happened, seeing how he's playing and seeing how he was nervous in his first couple of years.
It could have happened.
It could have happened. He probably didn't want to do it. And I think the mom, I don't know what her mom's name, LeBron James' wife, Savannah, my apologies, sorry, Savannah. She wasn't as, I don't think she was as pushy for him to become a basketball player as LeBron did. But yeah, sticking back to Cosby, man, rest in peace. Malcolm Jamal Warner, we're going to miss you.
Theo Huxtable.
Yeah, but it's,
I know you had other characters that you played and everything, but
that's right. And to the family as well.
Forever be Theo Huxtable to us.
Yeah, and obviously to his family and his friends, passing on prayers and
everyone else who passed away this year so far.
Absolutely.
So I remember TJ, you posted up the picture of a few people that went, and the wife didn't even know about. She's like the second one in this. She's like, who is this? I'm like,
yeah, TJ, sorry. Off cam. It was a lady that you posted.
It was Chuck Mangione.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you please tell the people who that was? Because I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't know
who that was. Who was Chuck?
He's a famous musician.
Okay.
He also was a part of King of the Hill.
I read that part. I read that part.
The
Cartoon King of the Hill, yeah. He was a voice. He was one of the voices.
Word?
Yeah, 2 episodes dedicated to him with his voice and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, rest in peace, man. And like you said, for all the people that passed away this week, or this year, sorry, it's been hard, man. I know that each year Hollywood goes through. I feel like in Hollywood, it's probably because we always hear about them and they're always in the social realm. It's like, damn, one after the other. It seems like there's a stretch or like a week or a month where people just die one after the other.
I noticed that.
In Hollywood specifically.
Yeah. And then you just don't hear much.
Yeah.
Too much. You might hear one here, and then one here, and then all of a sudden one. Two,
three, yeah.
That's usually like I don't know, I know they're all big names, but it usually starts off with someone that's like, you don't know, or like you're shocked that they passed, and then you hear another one, and you hear another one,
Yeah.
what the heck is going on? But, I mean, yeah, his was just because he was 54, it's like,
Yeah, that sucks.
and then,
That sucks.
then when I found out why, I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
It sucks, but as I said, I'm not a water guy either. But I do want to take a cruise, but it's not a significant. I don't have to go on another one. It's just great.
Me, I just try to stay away from big oceans like
Nah.
that. Hey, look, call me a bitch if you want. If Karen ain't by my side, ready to save me, I ain't going. Life jacket and everything. Karen, I'm Johnny, you better save me.
This guy.
Hold me up. Be on YouTube. Play on YouTube.
Wow, okay.
Alright, let's lighten up the mood.
That's what I was saying. Let's bring it back up.
Want to do sports?
Yeah, we'll go sports. Just bring it up. All right. Which one of these? All right, we'll save hometown for a little bit, for the last part. All right, let's see what we whip to these. All right, you gotta tell me this one. Brady said he could have one chick with Shaq. He said that. I think I heard.
Yeah, you make some waste, man.
Alright, you want to elaborate?
You know who was a McGrady fan, eh? You know who would fight you on that right now.
I know.
Okay.
You want to start? You want me to go?
Okay, is he saying?
What
Shaq is this? 'Cause
Okay, so the context was the Kobe conversation got brought up.
I think I've seen a bit of this. Yeah. I think I've seen this one.
His answer or his point was, damn, like, give me a caliber player like Shaq, and I'm winning a few chips on my own, and I'm winning a few chips with him.
Yeah.
And he got a big upward on that. Number one is it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to really listen. If you're a live player and you're comparing someone that's passed away, especially Kobe, you're gonna get some type of backlash. Like, just expect it, right? But
I'll go to you on that, but go ahead, keep on.
But and you can argue with me on this.
Oh, it's not an argument. It's just I can see why. The reason why I think McGrady can say stuff regarding with Kobe. Remember, because Kobe said he's the toughest guy he's ever guarded.
That's true. I remember him saying that.
So I can understand McGrady saying things like, I don't think he's trying to punk Kobe.
No.
But go ahead, keep saying this.
No, I'm sorry, that's a good point. He
That's
wasn't,
what
I should have brought that up too. He wasn't trying to discredit Kobe.
Yeah.
That's number one. He was just saying, if you give me a like player like Shaq,
Shaq or
right?
someone, yeah.
then he could have won multiple championships. But his stake in his career is that, yo, you had Yao Ming, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Yao Ming wasn't a brush off.
No, he wasn't. But I can see why he's using Shaq over Yao, because Yao had those injuries just like him too, right? Yao wasn't in long enough to establish where you can say yes, you can win a title with Yao. Yao wasn't in the league long enough to. I can see why he's saying with Shaq because, and again with the time, I think you could have won with Shaq. But when are you speaking? Like, are we going to do the scenario of Grady's prime, Shaq's prime? Then yes, he's going to win.
Well, of course he's going about shots and prime.
You telling me he couldn't have done that because he didn't do one with Yao? Okay, like there's people who didn't win titles at times, but they won it with someone else, right? So okay, LeBron didn't win one when Shaq was in Cleveland, but he still ended up winning one somewhere else. So it doesn't mean McGrady couldn't have won one with Shaq. Now
Shaq was on the dying end though.
I know. People are gonna say that's what I'm saying. Okay, but with the context and stuff, right? That's why you need that. So if McGrady's saying, was he saying what? It's Houston Day? If he had like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when he's speaking. If he's just speaking in my when
Houston,
I was at the top
Orlando.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, if he was his Orlando days, if he had Shaq, sure. Yes.
Nah, what he was saying was,
What?
You swap me for Kobe, I'm winning more chips than Kobe.
You say he's winning more than
Winning
Kobe?
more chips than Kobe. That's why Matt Barnes is like, nah, why you guys disrespecting Kobe? Well, he's not here now.
Okay, I don't know if.
Okay,
I don't think
so-
he's trying to just.
I still
If
don't
someone
think-
asks him that question,
I
that's
still
different.
don't think he's trying to diss Kobe.
If someone asked him that question, that's a different story.
That's my personal opinion. I don't think he's dissing Kobe.
No, I don't. You see,
I don't think he's dissing Kobe.
I don't think he's not calling him out his name. He's not knocking him down. He's
Yeah.
just. I think he's just saying. And again, that's what I'm basing off of. Him saying, if Kobe's telling you, I'm the toughest guard he's had, like, he had to work to guard me. I don't blame him for thinking he could have got more with Shaq than him. I don't think he's correct. I'm saying he would have won some, maybe the same amount.
There's an asterisk there, though. There's an asterisk that nobody's mentioning. Shaq left LA, right? And went somewhere else and left Kobe there, right? So how could T-Mac say that? Because you can say the same argument. Well, if Shaq never left LA and we stayed, we would have won even more championships.
Okay, if you're saying that, then yeah, it kind of hurt. Yeah, it kind of thinks it's an argument because Shaq left. It's not like they stayed for 10 years and only won 3.
That's right.
So yes, it kind of, yeah, McGrady's comment there kind of doesn't work.
Exactly.
Because that part, he left. When they were together, how long were they together for?
5 years.
5 years and 1 3. So, if McGrady's saying he would have got 5, he would have got 4, because you got to use the years they were together.
Right.
With his argument, with his statement, you got to use the 5. If they were together for 5 years, you got to use that. So the first 2 years, the first year was them learning each other.
Yep.
I don't even think Kobe yet?
Kobe became Kobe, I think, when Eddie Jones took a backseat, right? So I think
when Shaq got there, Eddie Jones was still.
Yeah. So remember the first year he was kind of like riding bench.
Okay.
Right? I think the second and the third year, that's when we really got.
Because Shaq got there when Kobe was what? In his second year, third year with the
I think he got there in the second year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second
So
year.
we'll do. Okay. So say you do 5, maybe 6. Even if you want to go 6, I don't even know if they did 6 years together. Or if you want to go 6, 5 years. If he's saying he would have gone 4 within 6 years, 4 within 5, 5.
I don't see it.
The only small percentage I'll give him that could have happened is because, well, he was in the league before Kobe, right? Because he came out of high school.
T-Mac?
Yeah, I think he came in the year
No,
before Kobe.
no.
Kobe was 96. I think T-Mac was already with us. Didn't we draft him 90?
No, I think Kobe was here. I think
Did it
Kobe
say
got drafted
years?
first.
Hold on. To the Blue Wolves.
I think Kobe got. Oh, you freaking probably. No, yeah, Kobe was drafted first before T-Mac.
97. Okay.
Kobe?
No, T-Mac was 97. So
And
Kobe was
Kobe was?
96, I think. So okay, Kobe came in a year. They both came out of high school.
Yeah.
So okay. Then.
We'll squash the first few years.
No, I can't give him that. I would have gave him that if he came in maybe in 95.
No.
And by 90. No, the only reason I say this is because.
No.
Go
finish
in
your
Toronto.
conversation.
In Toronto, he was kind of held back. His talent was there. He was just held back. He didn't play. It's almost kind of like Kobe, but he was held.
No, I don't.
I see what you said. No, I was just thinking at that point.
Yeah.
If he had him at that point and he was already in the league, maybe 2, 3 years ahead of Kobe, I can see him saying that if he got Shaq at that point and they went, I can see that. But he came in after him and within that gap, no, I don't think he would have gotten that many times. And with those criteria, no. A criteria of me in my prime and him in his prime or whatever, yes, I think they could. And maybe they could have gotten more. Or they would have gotten the same. I'll say they could get the same amount. I'll say they could basically get the same amount. Maybe one might have gotten one more than the other, but I think they could have got the same amount. But within the same time frame, if you switch them and said, we got Kobe or whatever, and McGrady was drafted by the Lakers, and the same setting, I don't know if he would have got more. I don't know if he would have got more because because of the same sense, like he would have been behind Eddie Jones. At that point when he came in, Kobe would say he's in his second year, Brady's in his first year. Is he as good as Kobe's second year from McGrady's first year? We don't know that because I don't remember T-Mac's first year here, like how good he was or how decent he was or whatever. But based off that, I don't think he would have been able to do that.
I mean,
So
it makes it.
I'm not giving it to him based on that criteria. The exact same time frame.
Yep.
But we drafted. He got drafted in '96,
Yep.
and Kobe gets drafted in '97. He's with us, and he's ends up with the Lakers.
I mean,
If anything, I'll give him the same amount. If his progression is the same almost as Kobe's, I can give him maybe the same amount, maybe one less. I don't think I can give him more or like every year they would have won a title. Not on that criteria.
I can't give it to him at all.
I
I'm not even being biased to it. Like, for me, I'm looking at it as the player. Let's take Shaq out of the mix for a second, right? Longevity wise, Kobe had, forget the championships, right? Who was more of an Iron Man who could sustain a high level of points every season? I'll give that to Kobe. Tracy had those back problems.
I get what you're saying.
So if you induct Shaq into Tracy's career when he's in Toronto, do you see him win a championship in Toronto? I say no. Even with a prime Shaq, because T-Mac wasn't T-Mac in my opinion until he hit Orlando. That's my opinion, right?
No, he was T-Mac here. We held him back.
You really think that T-Mac was
The year
T-Mac in his later years?
when he was with
Vince?
that year before he left with Vince, we held him back. Toronto, yo, that organization held McGrady back, bro.
So
They held him back because they were too stubborn in their head to look at them and be like, oh, let's talk to these. I've said this before. Talk to your players. Carter did not want to be number one. McGrady did. But in their head, it was, we have to make Carter number one.
So if you put
They put McGrady behind Carter, which they shouldn't have done. I know it's 2020 hindsight now, but even then, if you're looking at it, right? Yes, using 2020. If you look at it, what they should have done was speak to it because you can see it. Behind the scenes, they should have known Carter didn't want to be the man or just the only man or whatever it is. McGrady was ready to take that on.
Okay, so
But for some reason they didn't want to give that to McGrady for, I don't know why. You drafted him. You drafted Carter too, but he's been with you. He's coming up with you. You got him from high school. This is his cousin. You should have been promoting them together.
So if you take over,
Especially when they found out they were cousins, that should have been your thing. The dynamic duo cousin. This is it here. You got two guys that want to be your superstars. F the one star. That's what hurt. That's what hurt. Everyone had a one star. And Jordan was there. Everyone wanted their Jordan. You should have been having a Jordan Pippen. They didn't run McGrady as a Pippen.
So you think if let's just say hypothetically, if you took out Vince and you put in Shaq in Tracy's last year or last couple of years of the Raptors winning a championship.
The reason you say no is because of the spare parts. You have to conclude the spare parts. That's what helped Kobe too.
Okay.
Kobe had time to develop.
Remember, I said
I'm not taking Kobe's that warrior mentality. That would always be there.
Yeah.
He would always work hard. But you gotta look at the team's position at the time. I'm not saying the Lakers were big time, but between them and Toronto, Toronto was down here. McGrady's not getting he doesn't have an Eddie Jones in front of him to look up to or to see or to literally push you because you see this guy's better than you. You need to be better than him.
So what do you see?
Who's McGrady behind here? Probably an old guy. The only reason McGrady was right on the bench is because he was young.
So where do you see Tracy winning his championships? If you don't mind me asking, do you see him winning any in Toronto? You said no. You say yes or no?
at that time, no one was winning in Toronto
Okay.
at that time.
So then he gets traded to Orlando. Do you see him and Shaq winning a couple there?
With the Shaq that was in
Yeah.
that went to the Lakers, if he stayed on Orlando,
Yes.
and okay, Penny's gone or whatever, and
Yes.
now Brady comes,
Yes. Okay, so how many? Remember, we're trying to catch up to 5. So I want to see your logic here. So we're trying to catch up to 5.
Okay,
he doesn't
goes
win
there?
anything in Toronto.
Okay.
He goes to Orlando. How much
Okay.
does he win with Shaq in Orlando?
You gotta give a time frame though, because
Same
if
time
you-
frame. I'm going with.
Okay, wait,
I said
okay.
I'm going with the player. So same time frame
Yeah.
that he was in. So same time frame that he was in Toronto. Same time frame that he was in Orlando. Same time frame that he was in Houston. Same time frame that he's in Orlando. Prime Shaq. How much championship did he win?
So now he gets there. Now he has
5, 6
5
years.
years, 5, 6 years.
Because you already said he's not winning 5.
Okay, so he goes the first year.
Nothing in Toronto.
No, I'm not talking about first year. I know that he had his year with Carter.
Yeah.
They lose that playoff,
Yep.
and now he goes to Orlando.
That's right.
Shaq,
Shaq comes in.
there. It's the same
Same thing.
same Shaq
Yeah.
as he is in LA.
That's
It's
right.
just that he's in Orlando.
Yeah.
Because maybe Brady did go off that first year.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you see him winning multiple?
Now, okay.
God,
This is where the
God stick on your sword.
No. This is where the tricky. No, this is where the tricky part comes in, because we were talking him going to LA. Remember, that's the West Coast. That's a different conference.
Yeah.
You're in the East Conference now, right? So it's a different setting, getting to playoffs and who you're playing.
Okay.
So
So that's
that-
gonna
that-
go into my next argument.
I know that. So that does factor in. If he's coming out of the East, that time
All right, squash it.
Jordan was still there, right? Yeah, 97.
When he was in,
That was the last couple years.
when T-Mac was in Orlando?
When he went to Orlando. Oh no, that's 2000s, right? Yeah. That was after because we were. Oh yeah. No, because he drafted us with their draft year. Sorry, that was his draft year. Okay. So he goes there. Because it's coming out of the East. The East was okay. I'm gonna have to switch up my argument.
Mm.
If he goes into the West, I'm sticking with. I don't know if he's getting 5.
No. We need to do this.
But then
we need to do this in order. No, hold on. We need to do this in order, right? I'm getting to the West. Just give me a second.
Okay. I thought
You
you were trying to dismantle that whole part. I thought that's what you were trying to do. Okay, you want to go in order.
Yeah,
Okay.
so T-Mac's career, sticking the way that it is. He was in Toronto. Shaq comes. We've agreed that he doesn't win anything. You come to that establishment, right?
If he comes to Toronto,
If Shaq comes to Toronto and T-Mac is in his second last year or last year.
maybe they. Oh, okay. You keep
Don't even say it.
up, bro.
No, I'm not switching.
You are.
TJ, I'm not switching.
Hold on. Listen to what you do. Because you're like, now this is his last year's in Toronto. Now he's like,
No.
you just said he comes to Toronto.
I'm gonna make it clear one last time, all right?
Who's coming to Toronto?
Shaq.
Okay.
So T-Mac's always.
So T-Mac's not leaving Toronto.
Hear me out for a second.
Okay.
We are keeping T-Mac's career the same. Nothing is changing. Hear me out, okay? So he's in Toronto, he's in Orlando, he's in Houston. Leave that alone. While he's in Toronto, if Shaq, by some miraculous trade, comes to Toronto and plays with Tracy in his second to last year or his last year in Toronto, are they winning a championship? I say no, you say
Maybe the
wow,
last year.
really?
Maybe.
Cool.
Maybe. I'm not giving it. I'm not.
For the sake of the argument, I'll give you
Most likely not. I'll give them more of a chance that second year together than the first year.
Cool. I'll give you that
Okay?
one.
Because that's his last year in Toronto with Carter. They were in the playoffs. They lost to the Knicks. Was that the first round they went out?
No, I remember.
Because when they went to Philly, that McGrady still with us?
Oh, no, this is what
No, I can't remember. See, that's what's going to factor.
Yeah.
Because
I think he was.
okay,
Oh,
so
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
he was already gone. He
I
was
think so, I
already
think so.
Orlando. Okay, so that year we lost to the Knicks with him,
Could be wrong.
with Shaq in the mix there.
He's probably
I'll
done.
lean more to the no, but I'd give it more of a chance that year. But
Tell you what.
we'll say
Tell you
no.
what. I'll give you a blind. I'll give you a blind.
No,
And I'll give you that one. Remember, our whole goal is for him to catch Kobe. So I'll give you that blind. He now goes to.
But is he's saying in LA, this is not his whole career. I think he's saying in LA, or is he just saying give me Shaq any time in his career? Is he saying put me in LA in Kobe's spot, I'm winning more than many? If that's the argument, then all of that stuff don't matter. If you're talking in his whole career, and he gets Shaq and all that, I think in his whole career, I think he could possibly maybe get 5 in his whole career.
So essentially, you're saying
with him having someone like that along the way his whole time. I think I'm not saying for sure. I'm not going to be like yes, he's getting it for sure, like he is. Mm-hmm. But
so are you saying that him and Kobe are like players, or is he a step above? Because you're essentially saying he's a step above. He's going to get more chips with Shaq.
I'm not saying he can get more. I think he can get with Shaq the same amount of years Kobe has with Shaq. The LA years. If we're just talking LA years, just the LA years, and you put Kobe, and you put T-Mac in there instead of Kobe.
Come on. That means you're putting them at the same level. To me,
you're
different teams.
I'm
not even being biased.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because your answer's so fast. No. When your own boy said this is the hardest player for me to play against. This is when you have to factor that in. You have to factor it in. If Kobe said, none of these guys are that hard, or there's no one I really think, maybe McGrady, but no. They asked him who's the toughest guy you can play, blah, blah, blah. He said McGrady because of this, because of that.
Cool.
Because,
that's a good point. But if you would have asked Kobe when he was alive,
and he plays.
Hold on.
You're basically telling me. You're telling me to don't worry what Kobe said, the man who played him. Listen to what I'm saying. Because
Kobe said he's the hardest person to defend or play against, right?
If
the same interviewer is asking, and you know Kobe's answer to this.
Okay.
If the same person is asking Kobe, T-Mac is sitting right there. TJ's the interviewer, I'm Kobe. TJ's asking Kobe, are you a better player than T-Mac? What is Kobe going to say?
You're not supposed to say that.
Okay.
Ain't no real baller is going to say the other person.
I would say, Kobe would say, of course.
You will say it, but not in that aspect. Kobe's not just going to be like, T-Mac's better than me. He's going to say it in a way that's nice, but not like, he's not.
Nowadays players will say it right now.
Even when they asked him about Jordan, he couldn't come out and say Jordan would be. He would say.
That's a different era. Nowadays, he wasn't so long. Gil's
but in his era, no one's really those guys. If I'm a top tier and you're gonna talk to me about another top tier guy, and you're gonna say, "Oh, we're sitting here and they're like, can he beat you?" I'm gonna tell you, no, he can't beat me.
Right.
I'm not saying it can't happen. But I'm going to tell you, no, he's not better than me. He's not a better than me. He can win. He can get wins on me, but he's not a better player than me. You can beat me 99 out of 100 times. I'm still going to sit here and say, you're not a better player than me.
Right. So when the discussion was brought up with playing against T-Mac, it's an honest answer. He was hard to play against. It was hard to defend.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that he's better than
him as a scorer. T-Mac was a scorer too.
But it doesn't mean that he's better than him. Now, if your argument is saying that he would win just as much championships with Shaq,
the same
Kobe,
same players,
you're
everything.
You're essentially saying they're of the same level. In my opinion, a lot of people would argue and say, nah, they're different animals. T-Mac and Tracy are two different animals.
They are different animals.
I can't see him winning 5. The back issues. Remember, Kobe played through freaking injuries, bro. T-Mac had back.
But again, T-Mac had so much more on him. He had Shaq to take some weight. In Orlando, who did he have to take weight off of McGrady's back? Regardless, he took the pressure on himself.
Jameer Nelson was nice.
I'm just saying, Jameer Nelson and Shaq. Who's taking taking more pressure off of you.
He wasn't
in a game.
a scrub. He had
Stop it. Your Kobe Bryce is coming in. Next topic. Stop
The next time it says
Stop it.
walk up the street.
Stop it. Go ahead. Here.
That's Jordan.
Go ahead. Nonsense.
Didn't they have the Turkish Jordan?
Yeah.
Hito Torkulu!
The Raptors had Tony, not what's his name, Anthony Parker. He was considered the Jordan of European League.
T-Mac
That don't mean nothing.
T-Mac had players. He wasn't on a
He's not a Laker team player, dog. He didn't come up behind Eddie Jones. He didn't have all these guys to put that pressure on you to be the best player, or be a better player than you are when you came into the league. If you come into a team and you are probably one of the best players on the team, but the only reason you're not playing is because you're young, and these guys are veterans. And another guy goes to a team that, yeah, he's good, but the guys ahead of you are better than you at this moment. You're going to be a better player because you got to push, you got to find things different in your game to be better at, to get past this guy. I'm on a team where I'm only on this bench because I'm young. I'm just waiting out my years. I still have my game. I'm still working at my game. But if I'm beating these guys in practice, where's my push to be a better player? Now I end up on a team where now, okay, this guy is threatening my spot or can take my spot right. Now I may have to change my game and be a better player. I'm not taking Kobe's warriorness away. I'm just saying this, the circumstances, the environment he was in fed more for that warrior in him to become stronger than what McGrady had. Maybe McGrady doesn't have that in him at all. But we don't know that because he was never in that setting. He was always, and even in Toronto, the team was getting better. He was still one of our best players on the team. Again, he was young. That's why he was riding the bench and all of that. And the last year with Vince, when he started coming into his game, like I said, I remember there was games where McEnroe probably went off, maybe even scored more than Vince. But because Vince had a highlight dunk, Vince is the face. This is the guy you talk about. Vince has scored it, and it's and McGrady, and it's like, dude, I'm that man. I am the man. Let me get that chance. And he didn't want to give him the chance. So yeah, I'm going to leave and go somewhere else. And he left and went to Orlando. In Orlando, who did he really have to really? I know you want to see, but no. You need to really take that weight off of him certain nights or whatever. Kobe ended up having Shaq to do that.
And Gasol.
No, but I'm talking about that time, right? When they were together, right? He had other players that on the team that can help at times score. I'm not saying Orlando didn't. They had guys, but comparing the two teams, Lakers and Orlando were like this. Take Shaq away. No, take Kobe away. Take T-Mac away. And you play these two teams. Lakers are destroying Orlando. Who did Orlando have? Jameer Nelson ain't doing shit to Shaq. Shaq is just crushing everyone in that middle. And Ben Wallace wasn't established of who he was yet, and he had to leave. I think he had Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace
went to Detroit and went to Orlando. Those are two different Ben Wallaces.
Exactly. So you can't even say, because I know people want to say, Ben Wallace. No, he didn't. Not the Ben Wallace we knew eventually, right? I'll give you, as I was saying, just to wrap, in that exact circumstance, put him in that position with if he had the back problems and all that, I can't give it to him. He may got the titles, doesn't mean he was the man for those titles because of the back.
Right.
I'll give you that. But if you give him from when he left here and you say he goes to Orlando and has a Shaq at that moment,
I'll give him a call.
In his career, I think from that point, and Shaq is Shaq, I think he could challenge for the same amount as Kobe. If Kobe got, I know Kobe got some of them without Shaq. That's the part where, okay.
It gets a little bit shady.
Yeah, right? I'll give him the same amount that Kobe got with Shaq, I can see T-Mac getting the same amount with Shaq.
That's true. That's true.
Overall, not being with a Shaq and being kind of having to be the man and get another and have a Gasol.
Yeah.
If you maybe if you had a Gasol.
Does T-Mac have the mentality to play under the lights in LA with an older Shaq and win a couple more championships? Does he have the mentality?
Without those
Without
guys,
distractions and all that stuff.
without those guys pushing him and just his own,
Yeah.
maybe not, because Kobe had that. Kobe would have pushed himself regardless. Even if those guys didn't, Kobe would have pushed himself.
Okay.
So I can give you that. That's why I said the warrior in Kobe is there.
Different.
I'm just saying, if Kobe came here and was here, maybe we get a title early because of that warrior mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He may have pushed these other guys, even though he's the man. He wants those guys. He doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
He wants to win. He wanted to win, so I can give him that. McGrady never. I don't think McGrady had that at that young age. He just had the talent, and he knew he was good. And was like, give me the time, give me my shine. Let me show you what I got. Kobe was. I'm going to show you what I don't want to lose.
Period.
Y'all ain't going to embarrass me in losing.
But we'll give T-Mac his flowers. I think he kind of misspoke, but we understand in the big picture where he's coming from. Mm-hmm. Right? We understand he has to have that mentality, and it could have been, but we'll give him his flowers for this. Next ball question. What do you think of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Edwards about to become the first players to make pretty much $1 million per game? That's what the new contracts are out for. Do you think it's way too much?
It's a quick topic for me.
Too much or too little?
And y'all can say, oh, that's because you're an old head or whatever, you're an older head. You're a hater and you're just hating and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they deserve it? Shea deserves it? I believe it.
With all the way contracts going now, Shea, he has a title. They won, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a title, right?
Mm-hmm. Even so, you really think?
Got a title. The way contracts are now.
Forget the contract. The way that, do you think, as a fan, do you think that these players deserve $1 million per game?
Again.
Yeah.
You're bunching in the losers with the winner right now. And that's what it pertains to.
Yeah.
He got a title.
So you think he's worth $1 million per game? $1 million per game.
The per game. Everyone else, no. If you haven't, no, because you haven't won. None of these guys really have won anything. Okay, some of these guys brought one title. So these last few years, it's been one kind of thing. Like after Golden State, it's been a bunch of
Denver, Boston.
Right? Let's just say, since Toronto.
Yeah.
It's been,
You're 100% right. There's no back-to-back.
Yeah,
you're right.
Golden State got one, but that's just one after,
That's
right? So okay, it's been a bunch of ones.
Yeah.
So for every game, no.
Okay.
Maybe if he got $1 million, the contract worked to like maybe half of the games he earned $1 million. Sure, because he won a title. He did bring a title to the team, and that's the ultimate goal.
That's right.
Like, you should be getting ultimate money if you brought an ultimate goal for that year. So maybe this year, if they want to give him the mill because, and it's not going to hurt your team, which I think it shouldn't hurt your team, right? If you're really about winning, work something with the team where, if I take a hit in this contract, you better get players around me for us to win. And then give me my money later or something, sure. But these guys getting $1 million on a game and you haven't won me a title? No. A few games here and there, if you're consistently bringing me to the playoffs, sure you can get games here, $1 million, maybe a quarter of the games that you can make $1 million, or maybe playoff games you can make, if you make the playoffs, you can get those games, you can get $1 million per game. But like I said, it's too easy now to get one. You have one like some guys have one good season at maybe that, or decent season, and it's like, oh, they need to get paid. You're gonna get paid. Why? Because you had one good year that maybe lucked out. What happened to the 4 years before that you weren't great?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I paying you based off of this 1 year that you were good? Let's factor the other 4 years.
To me, there has to be some stability. I don't know how. Listen, I don't know how to negotiate contracts. I don't write contracts. That's not my lane. But for me, there has to be something in there where, bro, you need to play every single day. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know how they get. I think they get paid bi-weekly too, right? And from what I understand, right? But obviously their checks are enormous, right? But there has to be a stipulation there where, by the end of the season, if you haven't played every single game, for the following season, there should be some type of way to cut back on some type of salary cuts. You know what I mean? Because if I'm giving you $1 million a game right off the bat, and the season hasn't started yet, and then halfway through the season, my toe hurts. I'm cramping up on my calf. I can't. I'm having back spasms. Bro, you better get your ass off the court.
If it's legitimate, and I got 2 or 3 doctors saying, yeah, he needs to take this rest.
Nope.
No. Now you're missing. Now you're just mashing.
No, being mean.
No. It's like that. You're mashing up your own money. You still got to think. If he's your star, you still want him to come back out there and play. But this is what I'm saying though. It's legitimate, okay? And you hurt playing in the game is when you got hurt, not you were off partying. That's a different story. That's different. If you got hurt because you're at a party, no, you're not getting it. You got hurt in the game, and it's legit. Like,
okay, what about
every doctor is saying yes, he needs this rest. Cool, you get it, and you come back and you get me deep into the playoffs. Because, your time off, it hurt us a little bit. Okay, whatever. You come back and you're playing hard. Every game that you play hard, you get me into the playoffs, sure, you can keep your contract, kind of thing. I don't mind because you put in the work, or even if you play all the games and say we didn't make it, right? Because of, say, okay, organization fault, you didn't put the right players around you. Other guys were getting injured, right? So you were carrying a lot of the weight every night. So yes, you can't win every game for me. But you played every game like you said, right? And you're my star, whatever. I don't know, $1 million contract, but I can give you big money. I can give you a max because yes, you played every game. You didn't win it, but I understand. You were there every game for me. Other factors were in. You did what you put up your numbers. Cool.
So I'm pretty sure
if you don't play every game, if you don't play every game, but you still bring me my title, you can get away with. That's only how you can get away with not playing every game.
Because I'm pretty sure he was an Iron Man this previous season. SGA, right?
Yeah.
And so he wasn't an Iron Man for this previous season.
But was he?
They won a championship.
Was he kind of an Iron Man other years?
I don't even think so.
Is he breaking down this year because? Okay. Well, anyways, go ahead.
So, but it goes to your argument. But they still won a championship. So therefore, he's rewarded for the following year of garnering that $1 million per game.
Well, I'm rewarding you this year, but I'm giving you money next year, obviously.
So let me ask you something. Kawhi Leonard, right? Just let me bring it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
He went to chip with Toronto.
Yeah.
He didn't play every game that season.
Yeah.
He clearly had games where there was time management moments.
Yeah.
They won a chip. To keep him or to retain him the next year.
Yeah.
Is he the type of player that you would give $1 million a game to? Knowing his history in San Antonio, knowing his time management in Toronto, but they won a chip. The following year, to retain him, knowing that he's not going to play every single game, knowing that he's going to big and bark, or his people are going to big and bark, that hey, he needs a week off here, he needs 2 weeks off here.
But when he plays, he's playing. But when he plays, he
exactly
plays.
what he said. Exactly what he said. But exactly what he said. Would you still reward him a $1 million a game contract to play the next year, knowing he's not going to play every single game? But knowing that it's quite a possibility that it can repeat.
See, the reason I could do it is part of it is me paying you, depending on what your contract was. If you came in on this, on whatever contract, it's not crazy. Like, I can deal with it, but obviously the next year you want it higher. Right? And you bring me a title this year.
And he wants, in order for him to sign, he wants $1 million a game.
I can give that to you just because I can look at part of that as, okay, I'm giving you some of that for this year, and the hopes, and half of this is for the games you're playing this year, that half is for the games you played last year. Yes, you're getting it all at once now, but couldn't pay you that last year. I'm not gonna pay you that last year. Just give you $1 million in the season and not know what you're gonna do for me, but you showed me that you can do it. I'm taking partial chance that you'll do it again, but part of it is me paying you for saying thank you for what you did, and then this other half is for the rest of this year. Right? If it's a 1-year contract thing, and I give you, obviously it's not, I'm not gonna give you $82 million for 1 year, right? Because that's what it would be, right? To pay you for that. But okay, say I sign you 2 years, $82 million, so it's 40 something a year. Okay, just for logical reason, right? We do that, then I could take that hit if it burns me. I can take that burn, right? Because you showed me you can do it, and I have my same team kind of thing. Yeah, right. If it's not gonna hurt me to maybe retain the same team, I can give that. If it's gonna hurt me in retaining this team to get the title, and you still want all this money, and I gotta keep players around you so you can rest and think, I don't know. So it has to be the perfect circuit. Again, it has to be a perfect circumstance for you to get that 82 and still have the same atmosphere going on, the same environment that we had. Because if I might be giving you 82 mil over 2 years, and now I got to give up my bench,
it's not worth it.
I know we're not going to win. Like, even if we do win it, that's a long shot, and that means you're going to have to play because guys are going to have to know you. These guys don't know each other.
That's right.
Right? That's what the Raptors won that year with it. They knew each other the year before. Those guys knew each other already. You just implemented it. And your skill of what you had helped push us to where we needed. That title, because you won titles, you've been deep in the playoffs, helped us more than as far as the Rosen had gone. So yeah, I give you that. But I don't think any guys in this league really.
You took it. That's exactly what you said. I 100% agree. I don't think any player is worth to me, there's only one player really in the history of the NBA that's worth $1 million per game. That's Jordan.
He played every game.
He played every game during the regular season. He played every game during the postseason. There was no time management.
He came back early off that injury, when the one in Boston, when he was hurt. He wanted to come back early. He was dying to come back and play.
And I'll be honest with you.
They didn't really want him to play. He said, I'm good.
I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I could be biased, but still I'm not going to be. If I were to rank which 2 players actually really deserve $1 million per game, Jordan number 1. If healthy all the time, definitely Iverson. Definitely Iverson. If he was healthy every single game and he played all 8 games, he actually would $1 million.
I can give you that.
Yeah, and then
I see why.
And then third, who deserves $1 million per game, and you may debate me on this. If healthy, when healthy, Kyrie, box office. To see what he can bring to the table and know that he can bring revenue in just to see how he plays, right? He hasn't won a championship, sure, but I would actually, for someone that plays full strength, full out all the time, all effort, I would give it to Kyrie. Kyrie, Jordan, and what was I saying? Iverson.
Okay.
I didn't say Kobe. I didn't say Kobe.
I thought you were going to say Kobe. I thought that was going to be your second.
Kobe's up there.
Not Iverson. I thought you were going to say Kobe. Yeah. But okay, I'll even before we move on. Obviously Jordan, I'll give you that one. I'll give you 2 more names even before Jordan.
Okay. Go deep.
Magic and Larry Bird. They saved the NBA. Okay. Well, I won't say they saved, but they helped boost the NBA back up. They were great teams. Magic is first year.
I got you.
He played all 5 positions.
Good point.
At one point, had to play. Not, you know what I mean? He was the center in the last game. Well, yes, 1 game or whatever. But still, it's still a playoff. It's still a big game.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah.
They were the face of that. They were the 80s.
That's right.
right? They
Showtime.
were battling, and I'm
Showtime.
pretty sure they played every game unless they were hurt.
That's right.
Right? So if you, I'll say you gave me guys. So we had Jordan as our middle. I gave you guys before Jordan. You gave me guys after Jordan, right? And the only one I can see maybe people might want to argue is the Kyrie, which I understand why people might want to argue Kyrie's. I get your argument.
To watch him play,
If you want to put maybe, because it's almost the same criteria as Iverson, as in changing the game. Steph, maybe, just he's almost the same criteria. It's not the fanciest thing, but every freaking person shoots a three now, thinks they can ball.
See, but that's the thing. If people actually look at it, look at what you just said. If you look at Steph's numbers, his field goal attempt, his 3-point attempt and 3-pointers made, there's some gaps there, bro.
No, I know.
There's no
I know
way
what
to
you're saying.
70% shooter.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying in a sense of, because he had injuries, right? He was injured. But if we're taking, as you said, the same thing with Iverson, right? You said if you take away the injuries and your thing, take away his injuries, and he plays up. Iverson is the same, is almost the same thing, right? Like, they changed something about the game. Iverson wasn't the moves, yes, he helped develop it more, right? With more tricks, right? Plus and one, but if we're just talking about NBA players, he did that. The fashion changed in the league.
One thing also, add one more thing. Look who he brought to the fucking finals, bro.
Okay, that's what
Aaron McKee?
He brought, yes.
Eric Snow?
Yeah, he had to become
Matt Geiger?
I get what you're saying, right?
Come on.
Okay. East was, but yes, for that fact that he brought those guys. And if he wasn't hurt, I don't want to say scrubs.
Okay.
We can't say that because
I'll say scrubs.
No. The reason why, if you say that, then all the other teams, then you have to say all of those guys are scrubs. Which every other team in the East, because they didn't make it as far as these guys. He brought these guys, but these guys had to be half decent. Some level of, they're not superstars, but they played their roles. They did what they're supposed to do. That's why he's able to get them there. That's what we gotta not look at. That's why I hate when people say that. Like, oh, these guys were strong, but they made the finals. So your team that lost to them or didn't even make it there, what does that say about them? And your superstar on the team. He's a scrub too. All those guys are scrubs, you want to say that. But I get what you're saying. He didn't make it there with stars, big time star players. He got there with role players. So yes, you got to give him that age. That's what I'm saying. Steph, small guy. You're not going to think. Yes, he had other guys around him, Clay, but
Who else?
who's Clay? Who? Outside of Golden, outside, if he's, Clay Thompson is not on Golden State.
Yeah.
Is Clay Thompson being Clay Thompson? Because he ain't nobody now.
Right now.
I know it's the injuries. No. I'm saying, take off Golden State. He's never on Golden State. He's the same shooting guy or whatever. He's on another team. Is he becoming the name that he is or is he a Kyle Korver?
You're going to make me disrespect Clay.
Is he a Kyle Korver?
I don't want to disrespect Clay still.
It's not a disrespect. You're not disrespecting him. You're
It's
taking.
hard to say that about
It's the same.
someone.
Okay, but you're taking him out of the setting that he won 5
I
chips.
hear you.
It's the same thing we're doing with McGrady and all of that, right? We're taking guys out of the element.
I wouldn't put him as a superstar, but I'll put him as a very.
Is he getting 5 titles like he did with Steph? Who's Jordan and Pippen between the two?
Oh, obviously, Curry's Jordan.
Okay.
And then Clay's Pippen.
Okay, so what we're saying, but it's the same argument, right? People like to say, well, Jordan didn't win anything without Pippen. Well, Pippen didn't win anything without Jordan.
I can see
neither of them. Well, that last year, was Clay with them when they won the last year?
if Clay is an important part to Dallas's, let's say they have a winning record this year, right? If Clay is healthy this year, with Clay, Kyrie, AD all together, he's a very integral part to them winning a championship. You take out Clay out of Dallas right now, I don't think just AD and Kyrie are winning a championship.
Yeah, but I'm just
A healthy Clay is boosting their championship or boosting their chances.
Yes, but this is after the Golden State. I'm talking because we're already seeing Clay is in Golden State. Clay that's on Dallas now. He's not on. He was never on Golden State. He came into the league as Klay Thompson, whoever he is, and he's on Washington Wizards.
Obviously not. Obviously not. But then you're looking at the surrounding cast, right? You're looking at this just like how you had a surrounding cast in Golden State. If he's in Dallas,
But this is what I'm saying though. With Steph,
on his own, no, everybody knows that he's not winning a championship.
No, I know.
Washington Wizards.
Yes, okay, but I'm saying Steph, I put him like Iverson. That's what I'm saying. Like scoring wise, he could put up those numbers. Mind you, he may have that team, but I think he could get. I'm just saying. I think he could get the million, and if he's with all that, with no leg injury, and he becomes the same person he is.
Yeah.
Even stick Clay there, even all of those guys still or whatever.
He's worth the million.
To me, he would be worth $1 million. I think he could ask that. I think he's in the position to ask that.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, I'll say even though he's not, I'm not his fan or whatever, LeBron. A healthy LeBron, if he plays every game the way he plays, he should be able to get a $1 million.
Fuck him.
Okay?
That's my personal.
You don't have to hate, you know.
No, it's not that I say that. To me, he's I would not give that guy $1 million.
You will not give him $1 million. As a because of what? You don't. It's the same
No,
thing.
I'm not
a fan
saying-
of him. But listen, when I was playing 2K and I was doing a franchise and I had to draft, fuck yeah, I'm drafting LeBron James in the game because I know mentality-wise, take out your emotion. He's gonna do what I need him to do. He's gonna do what he has to do. A healthy LeBron, all the time. If he plays, not even just healthy, plays every game the way he does, and everything there, he couldn't ask for $1 million, and I think he could get $1 million. He's the face of the league. He is the face of the league. When he came in, he was the face of the league. You gotta give that to him.
Okay.
Also, right? I'm just saying people who will replace Kyrie.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm giving you your list. That's your list, and I see why you would put Kyrie. A healthy Kyrie, that doing, and
Kyrie things, yeah.
I can see you giving, but I can also see someone saying someone else instead of. I can see someone putting a Steph.
I think that's an asterisk, but I really feel if you pick just to bring people into the game, because remember, part of the contract is what they can bring.
But Steph did with the threes. He can do that without all those guys. He can shoot the threes and all that on any team.
That's right.
I'll give him that. Clay can shoot threes, but he's not the guy that everyone looked at on the team for the threes, right? Everyone was really more Curry, and Clay was there. So we're just talking Curry. Yeah, Curry could do this on. I think he could do that on any team. Are they going to win?
Probably not.
That does count with the supporting cast that he does have. Yes, that included too. But he would still be. I think he would still make the same impact that he would if he was on another team. Hitting those threes every game, even on a team with nobody, it'd be even bigger. Because that's all you're going to be looking at.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think these contracts are
Dirty, regardless.
they're dirty.
I think you need to win before you get any type of big contract.
100%.
It's all potentially based money, which is foolish.
But you know what? I think the first thing that you said was the old heads gonna come out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're of the Jordan Barkley.
But that should be in anything. When you go into a business, you got to prove yourself.
That's right.
I
I
know
mean, what SJ has proved himself. You know, Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards.
That's like me going to a company. Okay. If I'm a delivery guy, okay, I do my route every day. I do my route, okay. You do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Are you?
Should
You
you
gotta
should
do
you
more.
get
You gotta
paid
be
more?
doing more.
You have to go above and beyond.
Yeah, for them to say, okay, we'll give you more money. Like on your
Like,
route,
if that dog is chasing you or trying to bring the mail, you still.
are you helping this customer when you don't really need to, but you're going out of your way to? When you come back here, are you staying longer to do this to help out without us asking? Or, you know, if we ask, you're the first person to thing and all of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. You gotta work to get it. You don't come into a company and after a week, or even after a year, you're getting this big range because, oh, yeah, you brought in some more customers. Cool. You get bonuses. That's what that's for. You can get that, but you gotta work. That's all I'm saying. You get a title, then you can ask for things.
The NBA, the NBA by itself or in itself is a completely different entity. Like they can afford to pay these players what they want, right? It's really different than any other league that's out there. Like NHL players, they get paid a low amount in comparison to the other leagues. MLB players, their contracts are large. But again, if we're talking about per game breakdown,
they do it over like big years too. Though, like I think hockey does that too.
I know.
Sarah Man's like a 15-year contract.
they're long. Soccer is they make a lot.
Oh, they make the most.
Yeah, but I think in comparison, basketball players, in my opinion, they get overpaid for not playing every single game. My personal opinion. Sticking with sports though. I'm gonna bring it down to the whole topic.
Quick 10, we gotta give them the shout out.
Yeah, Jays.
Hey, listen.
We're saluting you. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
not
don't want
trying
to say anything.
I'm not trying
We're
to
keeping our fingers crossed.
because I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
I'm feeling nice.
I've kept up. I've kept my ear out to the Jays.
Yep.
I just haven't followed strong. One, I don't follow much sports too much.
Jump
I
on the
don't have
back,
cable
like-
or nothing, anything, right?
It was nice to see it on the back.
No. I've been a Jays fan, but I'm not gonna be like the one like, yeah. I'm a Jays fan. Yeah, I've been a Jays fan. I go to every game. No. I'm like, no, I support you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those guys that are like, oh, Jays.
At least you're
And when they
honest.
start winning,
At least you're honest.
no, it's there. I didn't know how good they were doing this. I thought they were doing decent, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I thought they were maybe, 5 games above 5, and then they would go down. Because I'm hearing, one time I'm hearing, they've won 5, 6 games in a row. Then next thing you know, I'm hearing, Jays have lost the last 4 games, and then it's like, okay, so they're doing decent.
Because you're used to it.
Yeah, the last few years, ever since, Batista and those years.
Yeah.
I don't know when it was maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago or so. I see the standings and I'm like,
They're there.
the Jays, they're only a game behind. Oh, wait, they're first in the division.
Yep.
Oh, the Yankees are behind them. Oh, no, and I just popped it up now and I'm seeing they're 20 games above 500.
They're number 1 in the majors.
Now,
Like
why
I
did
said,
this happen, Jay? Mine, I've been saying I want to go to a Jays game.
Me too.
But regardless of whether you're winning or not, even if they're not winning, that's just the best time to go. The tickets are cheap and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely want to see a game. But I did not know you guys were like that far over. Even now, even when I said I thought they were only 10.
It's weird to see.
Like I thought they were only 8 games above 500 right now. 10,
No.
20 games above 500, B, and
No. Like we said,
they got the most wins in the league. 62. They're one above the Dodgers.
yes. And the Dodgers have supposedly the
They
best
have
player,
everyone.
best roster. Sorry.
Everyone we went for, listen. I think the last 2 years, the guys that we wanted to go for, ended up going to the Dodgers. Okay.
They even lied and said, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Ohtani. Yeah.
They said,
this
plane is here.
You guys-
This plane is at Pearson.
Yeah,
He heard this line.
You got fake news. We got fake news. But
The
hold
man
on.
signed with the LA Dodgers the next day.
They won though, right? They won
They won the championship,
Yeah,
right?
shit, I can't bad them.
Of course you got one.
No, because I was gonna be like, yeah, see what happened? Yeah, you went to the Dodgers. Now we're just as good as them, but you guys won a title. But still, see, you could have came here. You would have had a bigger name because you would have had all of Canada behind your back, son. What do you have? You barely have LA behind your back. Only Dodger fans. You ain't got no all of LA in your back. You only got who? Because LA got Laker fans.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? LA got Clipper fans now. You know what I'm saying? They got other sports that they can be good at. You were here. You could go anywhere in Canada, and ain't no one gonna tell you nothing. You had a whole country behind your back. Listen, PSA to all you superstar athletes out there. Don't disrespect Canada in that aspect. Do you know what you can have here? You can have a whole country, and you can still have your American fans, but you have a whole country
It's the
behind
taxes,
your
bro.
back.
It's the taxes.
Bro,
It's the
that's
taxes.
Dude, you can work around
The taxes
that.
and the weather.
Listen, you can work around the amount of money you make, the people you can talk to. You're in Canada, those taxes won't mean nothing. You ain't paying for nothing. You'll get everything free. What is taxes gonna do?
Only they still get their money.
Just say,
from the
hey,
check.
take my taxes and give it to charity throughout all of Canada. Bro, you will have, but these guys are too. You're a child. Listen, if your reason for not coming here is because it's cold, it's cold. I don't like the cold. Oh, I'm gonna miss my family. No, you're not gonna miss your family because you're out there banging everything anyway. So you ain't missing your family. You can bring them around with you. You can get them a Canadian education where they will learn a lot of things, not just about America. But anyways, big up to Jace.
What would be wicked though is if Toronto Blue Jays get the support of Drake, obviously, right? They meet up with the LA Dodgers in the World Series.
Oh,
there's a whole other.
I see where you're going. You know who's gonna
be? LA versus Toronto.
Man.
And then if the Blue Jays win the chip.
Oh, even before.
Yeah, from LA.
What are these intro songs we're gonna
get?
get?
That's gonna be fire. Back and forth from city to city.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That
would be sick.
If the Blue Jays and the Dodgers win the final.
Yeah, but you know Toronto, we're gonna be a bunch of goofs and gonna be like, oh look, Drake is singing it. We're gonna attack Drake and make it so easy for LA to attack him or come at him, man. Because they're gonna be look, your own people don't even like you being an ambassador for your sports team, or you don't have to be an ambassador, but being a supporter of your sports team. But that would be crazy. And you also have the Otani story behind it because that's who we were trying to get. And you ended up going with them. I don't know if you were ever even thinking about going here. That was just whatever. But we can use that. We can take the Jordan mentality and use that as fuel. Oh, you didn't want to come here? Oh, okay. Cool. Look what we did within the next how many years of you not coming here. And you only got one title.
That'd be adding fuel to the fire, definitely.
That's adding fuel to the fire. That'd be sick. But you know who could do that? Speaking of someone coming and being an ambassador for us, you know who? It won't work.
Who's? No say.
He's still locked up. But if he wasn't,
Tory Lanez. Yeah.
Tory Lanez could come and be that Blue Jays ambassador.
Shout out to Tory, man. I hope you get out soon because there's been some new rumblings that you probably didn't do it, but we'll keep that for another episode.
You can hype up that. You can hype up those games and stuff. I know, get the white people behind.
All right. We're going to switch it up to our next topic now. We're going to get a little bit more personable. We're going to talk about family. All right? This is going to be interesting. I definitely want to get your take on this. All right? Should your kids be your friends? Or should you always play the strict parental role and simply follow your responsibilities to be a provider, protector, advice giver, simply provide room, food, and clothing for them to be satisfied? Or should you be that chummy, hey buddy, have that type of relationship with your friends? What do you think?
It needs to be done in stages.
Okay.
So, when your kids, obviously kids look at you, oh, you're my friend, mommy, you're my friend, daddy, okay. You don't want to knock that, but you got to let them know, hey, there's a separation. Like, I am the adult, you are the child, you still have to listen. Because when you play too much with kids, and it's no fault of their own, they're kids, like, you can't blame them. They're going to play with you on the same level.
That's right.
They're going to think you guys are friends.
That's
they're
right.
going to do things that are like, oh, okay, we're friends, I can be a little more rough with you, slap you up harder and stuff. Listen, I let them all know. You hit me, I'm going to give you the same, the amount of energy you put into that slap to me, I'm going to do it back to you. Which is going to hurt more? Okay, so you got to level off on how we're playing here, right? But you got to tell them, right? If they get a little rough, like, hey, easy, right? With your kids. When they get, so in that aspect, you let them know you're not friends, but you give them that friendly atmosphere. You want them to be comfortable to talk to you like you're kind of a friend. Right? Now you get to like the
teens,
going into the teens.
Okay.
Not teenagers, but say like 11, 12, say 12, 13, 14. That going into there, you can be a little more mature with them, right? You're not doing the kiddie stuff because they're maturing and they don't even want to do it like that anymore, right? Most likely, right? They're growing up past that. So you get a little more, but again, you're not friends. Basically, I'm saying the friend time is when this stage, when they're grown, they have a family of their own, or they're established and they're out there living, or they could be paying rent at home, but they're living an adult life, then you're still my child. But we can talk on a friend level.
Okay.
Right? Like you can talk to me, but you don't have to feel a ways about, oh, we're gonna talk. Like, I know you had sex. We can talk about sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to talk about drugs, whatever, you know what I mean? Anything in life, we can talk about it.
But they wouldn't talk. They wouldn't talk to you in a friendly manner that they would talk to a friend.
No,
about the same things.
No, and I don't expect. I expect you're gonna keep some stuff,
Right.
and you're gonna talk to someone else and say a little more in your detail of what happened than me in certain things. I'm not expecting you to tell me every single detail, but you should be able to come to me and talk to me about certain things to a certain level of a certain aspect. You know what I mean? Like if you got into trouble about something or whatever, when a kid you want to hide or whatever, but if you're growing now, it's like, okay, yo, you know, moms or dad, the other day, this and this happened. What do you think? You should be able to do that, and you give an opinion. You don't have to really sugarcoat. You can just give them your opinion on
Good
it,
point.
right? But friends get to that. When you're parenting, when it's the parenting stages and they're home and they're dependent on you, there it is. When they're independent, you can be friends. When you're dependent, friendliness can go on.
Okay. So,
But you're not friends. You know what separates us being friends? This little thing called a belt. That is what separates us. I can give it to you.
Yeah.
You can't do that to me. So no, like and you're not gonna. You should never curse at your parents, but you get to a stage where
You get comfortable?
You use cursing in your language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or whatever. Like maybe you get to that point. That's when you're adult, whatever you. But when we're talking, none of that. Like, you're not gonna talk to me like you're grown more than me.
Yeah.
When we get to that level, 25 past, or you are, yeah, I'll say 25. I don't want to say you have a child and family, because there's some people who are like 17 that have children. That still don't mean you're an adult and you're going to talk to me that way. So when you have all the criteria marked off as an adult, then we can say we're friends. You still know you're at a mature level to know, yes, we're friends.
Yeah.
But I'm still your parent, you're still my child.
There has to be a respect level.
Yeah.
Valid and good points, right? I'm gonna 100% agree with you. I like the way that you broke it up. Pre-teens, teens, adults. And I can't knock that. I think I would follow the same moniker, the same blueprint. When they're toddlers, it's good. I'm just going to reiterate what you said. When they're toddlers, it's good to have that friendly, joyful
you gotta cater
atmosphere. You know what I mean? And play with them. And just like you said, don't be too rough with them, and they can't be too rough with you because you have to establish some type of line where they don't cross. In their teens, you see, in this generation, it's harder to be that friend. You kind of have to be, but it's harder because, and the reason why I say it is because you know what's out there in the world, right? So you have to be strict and open with them, say, hey, this you can't do, this you can't do, this you can't do. But because of what they're already experiencing in the world, you start to be open and have a listening ear to how what they're going through, how they can communicate that with you, right?
And
it's very delicate.
And it's how they are as a person, also like how respectful they are to you to garner that type of friendship.
That's right.
That, okay, but yeah, if you're rude and all that, we're never friends. This is warded in your.
For example, so just to give you another example, if Octavia or if Theo came up to me, or Claire came up to me and said, hey dad, let's go on Facebook, or let's do something, let's do a funny video together. I haven't established yet that relationship with Palia and Theo to do that on a consistent basis, right?
To do what?
To do like funny videos, like they would do with the
Oh,
friend,
videos,
right?
okay. Because I do that without Tim, but I do.
No,
I do the Snapchat.
That's cool.
The faces, she likes to do that, the filter faces.
Yeah, and
That she likes to do.
And Karen does the same thing.
Yeah.
Karen does the same thing with Palia and Theo. They have, where you guys have that friend.
Yeah, there we go.
I haven't garnered that on a consistent basis with my, I love my kids to death, right? And my kids love me. But to be like, you know, hey, Dad, let's do this video together, or, you know, things that you would regularly reserve,
Yeah.
or conversations that you would regularly reserve with a good friend or a close friend.
Yeah.
I haven't established that yet with my kids. With my kids,
Yeah.
it's still joyful playing on the field, or, you know, playing football, or playing soccer,
Yeah.
or, you know, horse playing with them,
Yeah.
right? There are certain things where I cannot still be open with them like I would be with a friend, and I wouldn't expect them to be open with me.
Yeah,
as they
no,
would be
no,
as a friend,
yeah,
right?
no.
Because I think we still have to establish some type of.
But, see, no, but see, with that one though, I want, you know, they're supposed to be open with you about everything. You don't need to be open with them about everything. In that stage of life, you need them to be open about everything with you.
That's right.
Because you don't want someone to be able to say, hey, come here, or I give you this, we will play up here, but you can't tell daddy, you can't tell mommy. Because when they get that whole, oh, I can keep secrets, that's when that stuff happens. So they do need to be open to, I get they may not be, I know that's what you're probably saying, that they may not be open with you, but they do need to be open with you at that stage, but I get what you're saying.
And the only reason I say some people some parents are open with their kids, because I've seen where parents are open to their kids about relationships.
Oh, it's under cussing all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the type of relationship I can't have.
No, that's to me it's not even a
Like,
relationship.
if I can't tell my kids about the relationship that me and Karen have on a personal basis, like, you know, come here, play. I need to talk to you about something. This is bothering me about your, like, I can't, that's weird to me. Like, this is bothering me about your mother. That's
Oh, no, I don't do it. No, I really.
that's something that you reserve. That's something you reserve for your friend. Right?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I can't keep a friend type of relationship with my kids when it comes to certain things.
That I think that would probably be when they have their own family.
That's right.
That's when you could probably be able to step to them and be like, yeah, because they're in the same situation. They would have a wife or husband, depending on what you guys are talking about, of their own.
Yeah.
They can relate because they're going through the same
Same thing.
thing. Now that's what it is. Like your friends relate. You're friends with someone because you relate.
TJ, I hope you can take out the stomach growl.
Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing anything.
No, don't edit it. I know, as a matter of fact, don't edit it. Everybody, I want to introduce you to the fourth guest. The fourth person, fourth member of WWG.
Not really silent.
It's called Warren's Stomach. Now, as you may not, you probably don't see it, but there's a mic right here, right? And my stomach, when I'm hungry, it growls like a mother, right? So for the past hour and a half, listen, I've been dealing with probably.
I ain't even hearing
I've been dealing with the best host.
I'm not even hearing it.
And the best director behind the scenes, because he's lying.
Oh,
I know he hears it. TJ hears it. And I'm trying to drown it out by talking over.
I got my
so at
own
this
going.
point, I'm waving the flag. Go ahead, growl, talk. If you have something to say on the topics, go ahead and speak.
I think it was.
But we're going to formally introduce the stomach, the growling stomach, as our fourth member, because he won't shut the fuck up. As our WAWG. What's the nickname they were giving?
What would the belly say? I don't know.
Belly growling.
Big belly.
Big belly growling. So if you guys are hearing it, my bad. We're not going to edit it. It is what it is. I'm hungry, whatever. We're good to go. Sorry, because I know it's bothering you, but go ahead.
I'm dead serious. I was not hearing anything. The fact he said, I'm like, okay, I guess it is going because he's saying he hears it. I was really kind of, I don't know, make it think. But okay, I was saying, establishing the friend thing. Yeah, like I say, when you can relate, that's when I feel you can kind of consider friends. Like you consider yourself friends because you can talk about things, everything you can relate to. You can have discussions about things, right?
I think it also depends. You're probably different, right? But it also depends if it's Palia or Theo or Aiden, right? Or Octavia, right? Because I'm pretty sure as they get into their teens, do you want to hear everything she wants to talk about? Or do you think she should have that conversation with Jen? Off-screen Jen, sorry.
Listen. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
My daughter is totally different. Okay? She's grown. Like, she's more grown than me at times. When I say that, it's like she's all.
So do you guys?
One day I'm gonna let her come on and you'll see how she is. But
so do you see you two becoming more friends than you and Aiden?
Honestly, like right now, I think me and her connect more, and I see Aiden and his mom connecting on things like relatable things. I see that, like we see it. She's me and he's her. With things that they do in their personalities and stuff like that. Listen, she already has a boyfriend, like established. That's her. No,
whenever you want to do that, Martin, and we'll
listen.
I'm ready.
Listen. She already had pictures drawn on it. Listen, okay, I'm gonna leave that there, right? But me and her mother give a kiss. She said, "I hear you." She come in, she's looking, seeing, ooh, you guys are kissing. But off screen told me the other day. She's like, because she knows me, and when I come home from work, me and her mom, we go out, have our time or whatever, right? They're in bed or whatever. So she's like, "Oh, are you and Daddy going out again? Are you and Daddy gonna have sexy time or something?" I was like, "What?" They're 6 years old, telling them about having sexy time and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but she's saying it in like it's a playful manner. It's not in that type of sexual manner that you think is. It's just like.
So that's what,
you know what I mean?
so that's what I mean. It could be different. So when she's in her teens, right?
Yeah.
She can joke with you like that, right?
She'll be able to. I see it in her already. I see things in her.
But can Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden can do that.
Yeah, he can do that with me. I can see, but he's different. I already see the difference in him with girls and her difference with boys. Like, he's not into that yet. He's not. His is still school. He's a school guy.
Good.
Right? Which.
Good. Don't divert from that.
I already told him, don't worry about girls. They will come in your time. Establish yourself. And I didn't tell her to take her, but like I just told you, she's in her own world. Okay? She does good in school.
Good.
So she does her stuff. And I think she tries to prove herself because of her brother. Because he's up there and she knows about him. He's in a gifted program. He knows that. So she does her stuff. We don't pressure her. She takes it upon herself to do what she wants. So I give them all of that and all of that stuff. And that's where it's like, I can see you. I don't see them as friends. They're not friends with me.
But they see you as a friend.
They can see me as that's why I want you to see me as you can come and talk to us. Let us know any situation you feel, come to us. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, I can't go. Just come to me, tell them, don't worry about being in trouble. Just come to us and we will deal with it then. You might not even get in trouble for coming to us. Instead of trying to fix it on your own if you don't. And mind you, I've done that myself. I fix stuff or try and fix stuff on my own, but we've grown up in two totally different settings and eras and atmosphere and environment and atmosphere and all that. So I don't expect that from them, but I let them know, hey, we're not your friends at school, so you can't talk to us like that.
Sure.
That does.
Sure.
But we are your friend. We are your parent, but we are.
You possess the same qualities.
Yes. Like, if we were grown the same level, we would be friends.
That's right. I like the way you said that.
If we were the same age, whether I was a kid or you were grown, we would be friends. Yeah. So we can there is that, but we're not there, so we can't. You're not grown yet. You don't have a family, so we can't do that yet.
I agree. Yeah, I think just for me, just to end the segment, I think it's important to establish open communication with your kids. And just like you said, I'll piggyback on what you said, you have to have that open line of communication. You can't have a relationship where they're going to be afraid to talk to you about certain things. So you have to adopt that friendly, welcoming atmosphere that they know that they're in a safe place to come to you as a friend, to talk to you about something personal, right? But at the same time, they can get it misconstrued or misinterpreted as, you know what, because I could come to them a certain way, I can now joke with them in a certain way. I can now talk to them in a certain way.
That
has to be established.
Yeah.
And I think that's the challenging part on navigating on how to be a good parent.
Yeah.
But also trying to be that open parent. Those are the difficulties that I personally run into.
Yeah.
It's a good learning lesson.
Yeah, we can go much deeper into that, but we don't want to do that right now. We got some stuff we gotta go to, right? So.
Yeah. All right. Next
keep
time.
the conversation open. Keep them comments. Keep the conversation at home if you want, or even later on down the podcast. If you want to be a guest, you can come on and be a guest, and we can talk about it again and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up in the DMs if you want to be a guest, or you want to come and just chill out too. We can do that too.
That's right. So this one is a little bit of a well-known fact. It hasn't really escaped any of us, you know. We don't speak enough on it. But black people getting killed in movies.
Okay.
In the early part of movies, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure to director TJ and DJ H2O and myself, me and my wife, we watch movies every single night. We make it one of our personal things to do. And I can take notes after notes after notes about the black person dying first in a movie. Now it's been a thing. To me, it's always been a thing. What's your take? Do you think it is? Well, do you personally think it's a thing?
As much now, I don't. Other than ones I've seen, that's what I have to base it on. This is based off of the movies that I've seen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen now. I just don't see it as much, or I haven't heard as much until you brought it up. Now I really haven't heard too much about, like, people make the jokes. Yes, the jokes still happen, but other than like recent horror movies I've seen, some of them don't even have black people in it for them to die first. So there's that. I'm fine with that if you don't want to have them in it. Cool, because you ain't killing them right off the bat. But yes, there is those movies where the only black people in the movies, they have them in the beginning and somehow they die, but now the rest of the movie, there's none of them throughout the rest of the movie.
So my question to you is why?
Why? Well, we know what it was back then, right? That was their way of saying, hey, we put black people in the movie, but we don't want you in it that way. We showed you your face, hey, but you just happened to die, you just happened to be the victim. So, hey, there you go. Now we're gonna do the whole movie and let the white man be the hero and all
So
that.
it's almost like it's a participation, you're included.
Yeah, it's a participation thing. You're here, you're in it, don't cry again. Hush up now. And then obviously, and then you're gonna take it maybe in the beginning, even though you notice like, I'm pretty sure they notice it off the bat, like, why did we just die already? Or even if they go throughout the movie a little bit, the first deaths are gonna be the black one in the group, or whatever, and it's like, why? And most times you listen, they're probably the smartest one in the whole damn group anyways, but that's why they probably have to go first.
Why, and I posed this question to a couple people, and I asked my wife as well. Why do you think, as a black actor, they take upon these roles, knowing that they're probably the first ones to be offed?
I don't know, like get established, just to get your name in there, get some credits on your name. Honestly, if I'm just coming up.
Knowing the connotation, knowing the history. So you know that the...
No, but if it's in the time then, like if we're talking about this time where there's not a lot of black people making roles, they're not getting into like movies or whatever, and I'm coming up a little bit, and this is what's offered, and this is the only thing that's been offered to me, right? I may have to take it because I need to get some type of credit under my belt.
Gotcha.
I'm no one right now to turn down really offers. Who am I to turn? Obviously, if it's something that's really like degrading to your morals or something like that, then I get it. You don't want to do that. But if it's just simply, okay, you're dying in the movie first, but you're in the movie, you're getting your name credit, you get your name in the credit, whatever, even if it's your name and murder number one or whatever it is.
Murder number one.
You're still, you have something there when you go to your next.
Now, if I'm seeing that on my script, yo,
But there is no
murder number one.
No,
Warren.
but remember, everyone needs you need everyone for the movie to have. Someone has to take that role. Yes, it'll be the role, so someone else can do whatever. But say someone else took that role, and now off of that role, someone saw that and liked the way they were killed or how they died in the scene or something. It's what you do with what you get, right? In the beginning, you just need a couple roles. You just need something under your belt. I'm not saying if you get 10 roles, make those 10 roles the exact same thing you die in, but you get one, okay, you get killed in it, done. You go to your next, you get the next one, it comes to you, and it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know
Still
what?
going with it?
I'm gonna take one more.
At what point do you say, fuck this shit? I'm not dying.
If I'm getting other offers, or if it seems like that's all I get.
Well, it's not all you're getting, but let's say, it's like you said, you're trying to break out your first role, you die. Your second role, you die. The third role, the director's coming to you and say, listen.
This is the moment I get 2 offers, and one of them is not dying, I'm taking the not dying offer.
Okay.
That's when it'll stop.
Okay.
Outside of that, I can't really say, because I don't know, like maybe if I get to like
Denzel
a 6th, 7th off, no, I'm not getting here if all I'm doing is dying in the movie. I'm not getting the Denzel status.
Yeah.
But if it's like 6, 7 roles coming my way, and all of them out of the 6, 7 roles are being offered, all of them is the same basically thing. I'm gonna die in the beginning or somewhere, or I'm one of the first to die, whatever. Then I might have to be like, okay, I might have to stop taking these roles at all and just turn them down. Where I have some under my belt, I can go to maybe. I might not be able to go to this company, but maybe I can go to here and they'll give me a start, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take it, but yeah, at a certain point. Now, if I'm already established and someone comes to me and says, hey, I want you in my movie, but this is your role, and I'm not going, fuck no, I'm not taking it at that point because I'm already established. Unless it's something, unless it's a brethren, and it's like, say it's a spoof.
Yeah, but hold on.
If I'm spoofing a movie,
Okay.
then I do, because I get to be creative maybe with the way I die, but I can even comment about it like, oh shit, there I go, I get to die first. Oh, not again.
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
But what if, because of your name, so you just made a good point. You're an established actor, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to bring you in for your name, and they give you a lucrative contract,
If they're trying to use my name and they're killing me in the movie.
and they give you a good
yeah,
chunk of money.
as I say, the story, it depends on the storyline. If it's a storyline where, like I said, it's spoof or it's like a goof at it, it's not necessarily like
So it have to be a comedic.
the typical roles I was doing maybe when I'm coming up. And then it's that way, you're gonna die, you're playing a character and you're dying. If they want me to come in there and I'm playing myself or something, and I die in the movie because they're watching a movie of me dying, or it goes along with whatever it is. Sure. Or say, okay, I die because I'm the father in the story, and the father needs to die.
Then it makes sense.
And they're like reminiscing him or whatever, and you brought up. Yeah, I can take the dying first and die. I'm not necessarily always the horror movie. I'm getting slaughtered up dead.
Okay, but what if
Dying in a movie can be different ways, and it depends on how I'm dying. If I'm dying because it's a significant part of the role, cool. If I'm dying because that's before the opening credits and now no one knows anything about me in the movie, no, I'm not doing that.
So your star wouldn't be too big in your eyes, or your ego wouldn't be too big to say, nah, fuck it, I ain't doing it. I gotta
If it benefits me in a sense, if you're, or definitely if you're a brethren or someone I know, we're good friends, or I've done work with you before, and you're like, hey, I need a favor for this one. It would be so wicked if we had you be the one that's dying in it because of whatever, you know what I mean? Maybe and you sell it to me?
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. We can do this. We can do it. I'm not gonna be the asshole, but yeah.
But it's funny. Just as a little experiment, if you're out, when you guys are out there watching movies, take a list from movie to movie, and if there's a black character, I want you to keep a record of how long it takes for that black character to last, And how many movies you've collectively watched where the black person has died off first?
Don't.
Just an experiment. Just an experiment.
Don't
Me and Karen do it all the time.
Don't watch scary movies. So there's a scary movie 2 or 3 with Jada and Omar Epps. They die right in the beginning because they're in the theater watching the movie and they get stabbed up.
I mean, we can make this may sound.
But you see, their names, so I don't know with that. Maybe with something like that, maybe I could do that.
But you know what? You know
Maybe I could do that. Because the movie's gonna be big. I'm already big. It's whatever. No, I think that was the actual horror movie one. Like the Scream. They were in Scream. Not scary movie. Sorry, not scary movie. I think they were in Scream.
But Scream
and died in the first part of the movie.
But Scream still had that comedic element to it. So you can still,
but not
you can still
so
laugh
much.
at
They
certain-
weren't dying in a comedic way.
No,
they were
no.
getting killed in the theater because they were being killed. But they were established names, so I think they kind of used that a little bit, maybe to draw people in. But that would piss me off if I was a black person and you draw me in with that, and now I don't see them throughout the movie, and there's no other black people in the movie. Then I'd be pissed because you just used me for me to watch your whole movie. And you don't have me in there. You don't even have another version of us in there throughout the movie. You killed off the only ones that we had in the beginning.
Yeah. But you know what a good rebuttal to that would be if I was a white female. It's always the white females that are falling in a forest when they're getting chased.
That's a white girl. Yeah.
Why the white girls always falling in the forest?
Always fall, scream,
and they
and
chip over,
somehow they can't
chip
get
over
up
something
again.
like that. That always happens to that specific group for whatever reason.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
All right. Time for some randoms. Time for some
We're
randoms.
not going to nostalgia?
Oh my gosh, good. Yes, nostalgia, sorry.
I
This is a good one. Yeah. You want to bring it up?
Yeah,
There you
okay.
go.
So, we all know we have our favorite stores back in the day. Even some people, even maybe from 10 years ago, may have stores that aren't around anymore now, whatever. But we're gonna go way back. We're gonna hit up. Most of these are 90s. One is still around. One made a comeback.
Yeah, you have to tell me which one that is.
Number 5.
Where?
They're still around, aren't they?
Kmart? I haven't seen the
And
Kmart.
they came out in the States.
In Canada.
Canada? I know, but I swore they... Okay, maybe not. Anyways, no, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyways, okay. So if you had to bring back... Oh, this guy said only one. They wants to give you a whole bunch. You can't do that.
Only one.
You can't.
We gotta
But okay, fine. We'll give you one, and then if you make enough off of that one coming back, you can open up a second one. All right? So, okay, if you had to bring back only one of these stores, which would it be? All right? So, you gotta write it down. There's 8 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta write it down. All right? So, we're gonna go by way.
Personal choice, sorry, go ahead.
So, we got one.
I don't give a 2 crap. By way.
Radio Shack, Knob Hill Farm, and I got a question about that one. If everyone remembers.
Laundry basket.
That's part of it. All right. 4, Cash Converters, Kmart, Payless Shoes, Sears. It's Sears, isn't that still? Isn't they still have a couple still?
I think there's like
lingering
one or
out,
two
like
that are
whole stretching out. That
It's like one of those franchises.
Yeah.
Barely,
It's like a
barely
game.
hanging on to the cliff, about to get axed in one of these years, but we'll include it.
And the last one, the 8th one, Future Shop. Okay, so for me, Future Shop, I don't really, whatever. We still have like Best Buy and all that, so that can establish that. Sears, like I said, I think it's strangling along somewhere.
Yeah.
Payless Shoes, I thought that's gone.
They're gone.
But they're like JCPenney.
They're gone.
Kmart. That's Walmart.
Kmart's like the
That's
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah, I was about to say, without the
Kmart
groceries.
is drugged up and became Walmart.
Without the groceries, it's like Walmart.
Kmart on steroids, that's what it is. It's Kmart on steroids.
Yeah,
It's Walmart. Okay? Byway you already took, so we'll leave that. And so, but what would Byway be now? Byway would be like that.
The dollar store? No, sorry. Dollar house.
Yeah. An expensive dollar. Because it was cheap stuff in Byway, but it wasn't dollar. Everything was not a dollar. Dollar store, the most.
You're getting a lot of props in Byway if you're saying that, bro.
No. I'm saying, right now, if Byway was around, the prices would go up. It's not a dollar store because Byway was just a cheaper version of stuff. Dollar store is the most you can pay for something is $5. I'm pretty sure Byway at this point we'll have stuff that's more than $5.
I got you saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's more expensive dollar store or Dollar Tree or whatever, right?
Expensive to buy with the same sentence just sounds weird. But I see what you're saying.
Expensive quality. Okay, Radio Shack, that's kind of intertwined with all the other electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Nob Hill Farms, that was a big place.
Big.
Place. You had to get the cart. You had to go around with a cart. You had to stop and bend. But y'all remember when you looked around what you saw, right?
Say it. Or even embarrassing.
See, you're scaring me.
No, I was gonna say this.
I'll pictures.
I was gonna say me and my mom, rest in peace, mom, but we stole so many of those.
This man is. Oh, the baskets?
The baskets.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. That's why they probably established some rules later
now,
on.
this is, if you're in your 20s and your late teens, this has nothing to do with y'all, right? You guys were, maybe your parents still have these baskets around, maybe. But back in the day, before, I guess, bags, grocery bags and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. We probably had a grocery bag, but
Nob Hill Farms had baskets, right? And listen.
Did they have the cardboard boxes too? That you can use
so.
also? I think they had that too established.
But me and my mom, my sister, we ran through that. We took those bad boys home like there was no tomorrow.
Listen.
And those turned into the wakiest laundry baskets.
He didn't steal. He didn't steal the basket. No one stole the basket. They just borrowed it for a really long time. And some may have forgotten to bring them back before it went out of business.
No.
But they didn't steal. It was bought because they had the food in it. And I might as well just keep it in it and bring it home. So I understand. But the only thing I was just reading into was just the faceless people you always see on the wall.
I remember that. When you walk in,
yeah,
I remember that.
You see the drawings of the people, but none of them had faces. They had colors. You could establish what they were as a race, but they just didn't have eyes, ears, mouth, and nose.
They were probably too embarrassed.
They
Don't
didn't
put
have
my
any.
picture up on this wall.
Which is like, I don't know, like, that's something, and it was a big place. I remember that. Huge section. It was a big place.
Shout out to the one that was at, what's the one that I got?
Weston.
Crossroads. By where?
Weston.
Yeah.
It's the only one I know. That's the only one I went to.
You call me, I say the one by, this was probably way back when. By the 401 in Islington. Think. By the 401 in Islington, across from Rexdale Mall. Yeah, there was a Nob Hill Farms there. Long time ago.
Crossroads.
That's how you
Where
say
the
Weston.
LCBO, that's where it is.
That's not Weston, bro.
Yeah, there was no Nob Hill Farm on Islington, bro.
Islington and 401.
Islington and 401 is buildings when you go past it. When you pass the 401?
No. They're not going south. I'm talking about going north. Going up. So you see where Rexdale
Going
Mall?
Anywhere.
You see where Rexdale Mall is, right? So say you're facing, say you're
Yeah, I know where Rexdale
Say you're
Mall
going towards your...
That was Sears. On the other side,
Now, that
where
was
there's a
Nob Hill
Walmart
Farms,
now,
right? We should-
Rexdale Mall, right now, Rexdale Mall, there's a Walmart. Right?
So not on the same
It's-
side, not on
okay.
the same side as
Now
Rexdale
you're
Mall.
going this way, as if we're going down Islington.
Yes.
We're going down TJ's way.
You're going
We're going towards Islington,
Yes.
and I'm at Rexdale. I'm going
No,
towards
no,
Islington.
you're on Islington. So you're on Islington. Not going towards, you're on Islington.
Sorry, okay, you're on Islington.
That's
So I'm
right.
going towards TJ's area.
Yes.
Okay.
Towards Finch.
All right. So I come off the highway,
Yes.
turn
On
the
the
corner
corner.
now.
Yes.
Okay, over here.
On the left-hand side, yes.
That used to be
Sears.
something. That was Sears.
Are you sure that wasn't Nob Hill Farms?
Nob Hill Farms is where the LCBO is on Weston Road,
Yeah.
401. You got two people telling me this stuff.
Unless my mom used to lie to me and say, yo,
There's some stories,
unless my mom used to lie to me and say,
They
yo.
had a water fountain or something like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Weston and 401. Now it's a McDonald's there and all of that. Yeah, that's where Nob Hill Farms was.
Alright, so wherever Nob Hill Farms was, shout out to that location. That was a bad story.
But you know what I want to bring? You know what I want to bring them back? I know they still have them kind of now, but they're not as good. Cash converters.
Sure.
Bro, used to get some ish. You know what that is now? You know what that is? Thrift stores. That's what cash converters is.
They're thrift stores, but they're also...
But they're not cash converters.
They're not cash converters, but what do you call those stores that you traded those back in the... What do you call them back in the day? What do they call them back in the States?
Oh,
I forgot the term.
pawn shops.
Pawn shops, yeah. That's pretty much what cash converters
That's
are.
what thrift stores are. But yeah, you can sell them stuff.
Yeah.
and they turn around and sell it for a little bit more, obviously.
Man.
But that's for anywhere. But cash converter, the one on Albion,
Yeah,
Mall,
by Jug City.
I think that's where I got. That's where I think I bought my first CD.
Yep. That's how I got my first.
No. I got a CD from there. I think that's where I bought my case. I bought case CD from there.
I got my first Walkman from there.
I got a couple stuff. I go in there and look for you. Go in there and look
Shout out
for some
to
cash.
Cash Converters.
Cash converters was lit. That was the thrift store for electronics. That's where you went for that stuff. If you wanted to sell something, you go there. But I really went in there to try and buy something.
And the funny
Look for some games that no one really wanted or they didn't have anymore.
The funny thing is correct me if I'm wrong, but cash converters, probably now you would need ID if you want to sell something, if you want to change something.
Depending on maybe what you wanted to sell.
But back then, I was going in there as a 13, 14 year old saying, I want to get rid of this.
Well,
Sure.
anywhere.
And get anything.
You sell
Shout out
it
to
to
cash
anyone.
converters. I miss cash
Yo,
converters.
let's just say, buy one cash converters. We bring it
Just-
back.
Yeah. But if you have to pick one, just pick one. What would it be? If you have to pick one. So it's already not Future Shop.
There's all, the funny thing is though, there's versions of all of these now.
And it's original state.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to think. Okay. I might have to say, I hated going there though. But Uphill Farm, had everything.
I was looking at that one too.
You
I was
think
looking
like
at
it had
that
the food? I don't know if it had clothes. Did you could buy
too. They had
anything?
everything. They had everything. They had everything.
It wasn't, I didn't like going there because it was so big. I hated walking down the
It
fish
was massive.
sections because it stank of fish. I hate the fish smell.
Yeah.
But it had it was Walmart before Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was, right? Cash converters I like, but if you were to bring back something now and say like,
You know what's funny?
because Radio Shack, Future Shop, that's Best Buy, that's
I'm looking at this list.
all of those.
I'm gonna agree with you. I was gonna say Byway at first, but I'm actually gonna agree with you. Novel
My
Farm-
next would kind of be Byway. I was looking at Byway, but I was looking at, you know what? Nob Hill gives you everything.
That's my point. If I had to pick one, it would actually be
Yeah.
Novel Farms.
Yeah.
Because it actually has every single thing.
It may not have a cash converter sense,
So you're right.
but outside of that,
Yeah.
you don't need a cash converter to survive, to live.
That's right.
You need food, you need like
Shoes,
those other stuff.
clothes,
You can get
electronics.
You could probably get that stuff there. Maybe you couldn't sell it
Yeah.
and buy and get money from them, but I'm pretty sure they would have had that, or eventually they would have.
Yeah. Only
Have a little corner shop somewhere, some Asian person selling something. That's something racist. I will say it. Because guaranteed, they would have had a Pacific Mall inside of Nob Hill Farms.
If the owners of Nob Hill Farms are listening, or if you guys are still alive, shout out if you guys are still alive, if you're not resting.
Come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast.
Definitely.
I guarantee you there's still a market out there for you guys to reestablish yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know, Walmart's too big, you know what I mean? Target came and left, they don't want none of this Canadian currency.
They did that
So,
wrong.
Nob Hill Farms, I really do think that there's a space for you guys still back here in Canada. Come back. And I want your baskets too. Leave those laundry baskets back.
Alright, we'll go random here.
Random? Okay. What do you want to do relationships? We can go past it.
That's a quick, that's a quick answer for me still.
We want to do that next episode? We could say.
Yeah, we'll say relationship. Let's say that one for the next episode.
Okay. All right, random.
Yeah.
You had to pick one past or present person to get high or drunk with. Who would it be?
Okay. You gave an answer already, so I want you to give your answer first.
I'm going first.
I wasn't even thinking at that, but
Okay.
I want that because I would probably give the same answer to after reading it and doing this it. I would actually say, yo, let's together in a session sit down with one of them.
No, not do it.
And do that, like you said. Well, I want to leave that for your answer. I don't want to give the same answer. I
Listen.
want to give different. So I would let you go first.
They're probably upstairs right now, laughing at this. Laughing.
But what's wrong with
Look at these two.
What's wrong with these two? Well, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, for my choice, this may come as a shock, but it would have to be my mom. I would definitely love, at one point, if I wasn't working the job I was, and kids went around and whatnot, if I can have one day with my mom where barriers were down and you know, it wasn't a strict atmosphere, I would hire a drink with my mom, hands down.
Yeah.
That would be a fun time to see her out of her typical strict conservative element. Because my mom was, to my house, she was really conservative. Growing up, she was really strict. You know, she had a lot of guidelines, a lot of rules to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So to see her out of that element would be something to see when everything was just, and just to see how she would carry on in a loose atmosphere. So if I had to pick one, I'd have to definitely be my mom.
Like I'm saying, like as you just sort of say, I would pick the same answer in a sense because one, you're coming into kind of my element now, right? Like this is my territory. Like okay, well I got you. You know what? Sit down, relax. I know my mom's having a drink here. She's gonna get drunk, obviously. So I'd like to see her get a little tipsy, not drunk. I don't want you drunk. Just a little. Oh, there you go. Take that, and just see
How it comes out.
Yeah, what mood? Like, would they get hyper? Would they be calm? Would they be paranoid? I don't want to be, but you know there'll be some funny moments where they get a little bit paranoid on something, right?
And again, who's to say that they didn't do any of this in their younger years? We don't
They
know.
could try it. They could try to not like it or
Sure.
whatever, right?
That's
So
right.
there's that aspect. But I said, and then I said, like, I want us to be together because I want to see what their conversation would be like,
That's
what
right.
they would talk about with each other.
That would be wicked.
Just to hear, like,
I like
if they
that.
go back and talk about their days when they were young, what went on, what similarities they may have or whatever, and then even
That'd be
tell us
wicked.
stuff like, yeah, these guys think that, when are they, when the man used to have this, and I was like, yo, that'd be crazy.
That'd be fun.
But to be different and not take your answer, I
Even
didn't
though it's a
even-
good answer.
I didn't even really think about it. The tip, like, obviously the typical people would pick celebrities, you know what I mean, to make it easy so everyone can understand. I know there are people who want to bring back, people in their lives, people they know, and all of that stuff, right? But if I had to bring back one, okay, past, present. Okay, present, who would I want to smoke and drink with? In the present? You know who I want to see high and then ask a bunch of stories off of? Jordan. I want to get him.
Jordan.
Ask him some questions and see if I can get an answer.
Huh. That's an interesting one.
Because
That's
the
an
other
interesting
person
one.
that's in my past that's not here, definitely Michael.
Michael.
Definitely want to see Michael high.
Now, you see what I'm saying? So
And tipsy.
MJ would be funny. I don't think Jordan would be as
No,
funny.
it wouldn't be fun. I just want to see if he would give stories.
Gotcha.
Like if I asked him something, if he'd be like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
bust that guy's ass. and stuff. Yeah, they thought they're this, but they're but.
Yeah.
I don't know. A president? I don't know. I know people go soup dog, but I want to do someone that doesn't. There has to be someone who doesn't do it, because that's when you'll get certain things, stories out of them or whatever.
You know what's going to be funny? Will Ferrell. Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah,
That would be funny. If
that
he
would
was
be-
hired, that would be funny.
that
Will
would-
Ferrell would be a classic one.
Yeah. Would I go? You know what? I might have to get someone serious high.
Mm.
Not a comedian, not someone that's funny, someone who's like usually serious. Maybe like a
No, Jordan's serious.
Denzel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I remember you picked him for something.
That is a good one.
Denzel high
That's a good one.
and a little tipsy.
Because we've never seen Denzel in that element. Ever.
You've seen him angry.
Well, probably in training.
No,
training
but that's
Training Day, he was-
but that was more angry. That was the bomb, a bully type of thing. He was smoking cigarettes. He was
Yeah.
already getting higher.
Yeah.
No, I need to see him in that element, just sipping on whatever it is, gets him to the point, and then
That'd be
taking some he pulls on the joint and just let it pop.
Yeah.
And you can ask, yo,
But Denzel's never agreed to
I'll
it.
be there. You really didn't tap anything outside. And if he says yes, it'll be like, all right, I'm not going to push you on that. I just got to ask that. You know what I mean? I believe you did.
But he'd give you one of those big teeth.
You're probably like,
next week.
Yeah, you probably do that. Pass the sniff like you're passing this question.
That's a good choice. I never thought about that.
But yeah, when
Denzel Washington did a good one.
seeing it, Denzel just talking to him, kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be good. Can't fun on that. What about you, TJ? Obviously, TJ. If you have to pick one person.
I'll pass it.
Pass it
If you have one lunch.
Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels. I want to know about.
Okay. The rest
That's
of
your
you.
game? Okay.
I'll say that one, then I'll do Bernie Mac.
Because Bernie is gonna be funny as heck.
Bernie Mac.
And then actually have him high.
Bernie Mac.
Telling
That's a good choice. I didn't think about that one. Bernie Mac would be a good one. Bernie Mac would be a good one. After my mom, Bernie Mac. If I had two choices, Bernie Mac would be.
Okay. Who's your okay? Just this guy I want to see outside of your mom.
Yeah.
A celebrity. Along that line. Who would
Bernie
you
Mac
pick?
is a good one.
I know, but I want to see who you would pick. You think?
A celebrity?
Yeah. That's a past celebrity.
A past
Yeah,
celebrity.
someone that's already gone. Could be a star, like someone you like that's gone, or even just anyone. But
Past celebrity. I want to see a junker. I think. Does it have to? Do they have to be dead?
well, the past. That's what we're trying to go with.
Well, past. No, past.
If you pick a
No,
present, that picks the
no,
present.
past would be someone that's not famous anymore. They just,
Oh, I thought you meant past as in like they're past,
No, I
like
mean
they're
past, like,
gone,
okay,
and
so
present
past.
as in you're alive. But okay, if you wanna, okay, no,
I
just trying to
hang
keep it
on.
Yeah.
Past, that's already that passed away.
Okay.
Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers.
Woo!
Mr.
All right,
Rogers.
so
Can you imagine Mr. Rogers high or drunk?
Now,
let's put this reality show together right
You
here.
can't be Mr. Rogers.
We gotta sit down, we gotta drink a smoking session with Bernie Mac, Mr. Rogers, and Michael Jackson. Oh my gosh.
That's not, yo. You're gonna be leaving in stitches.
Cause Joe's Bernie's gonna be busting out from the both of them. Mr. Rogers high just singing.
With the vest on. With the vest.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Bernie.
That would be
Wanna
funny.
hit? Bernie be like, listen, man, take this hit. Mike said, come on guys, just chill out. You know what I mean? Michael hit it. Yeah, I think I'm back.
There should be, there's somebody, I know somebody out there's gonna steal my thunder or steal my idea, but I'm pretty sure you can do an AI generated version of the thing they're doing that right now.
Oh yeah, we could probably put something together.
Oh, we have to do that and post that ASAP.
and then you probably
We need to post that ASAP before anybody else does. Nah, man, we need to do that ASAP.
Hey, we put the idea out there if anyone there.
Yeah, it started from us.
Right.
It started from us.
What's the date? It is Saturday, July 26th at 3:43.
Yeah.
Right, just before 3:43, we have established the AI conversation of Michael Jackson, Bernie Mac, and Mr. Rogers drunk and high,
That'd be wicked.
or tipsy and high. All right, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
Shout
man.
out to
Like Mike starts singing some J. Klein. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Oh, yes, I am.
that'd be the background music.
But I heard Mike was gangster with his, but that's what might happen. Mike takes a hit and the deep voice of Mike.
Comes
I
out.
heard that the light voice was all image. Mike would be like, can I get that? Oh, shit.
Then you may as
That's
well
good
go-
stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. And they're like, Mike, is that Mike?
You know what's funny? Mike takes a hit, he gets the deep voice. Prince takes a hit, his voice gets high pitch. Because you know, Prince had that deep voice. Like,
Yeah,
who the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is talking right now? That'd be funny. All right, we got one more random, and this is an interesting one.
Go ahead.
This is an interesting one.
Go ahead, tell you right now. Go ahead.
But I probably know what your answer is going to be. But people may have.
I got multiples, but
All right.
yo, we need to take a shot for this.
Man, no, you know what? Let me tell you.
Taking a shot with
So it does this. This would be a decision that would have to be thought about. It's not an answer right.
That's how
All my answers are, well, you know what? I'm I might have to give some.
All right, so here's a random question. Direct to teacher, tell me what you think too. All right. You break up with your wife or significant other, so you guys get a divorce, right? A few years later, the new husband / boyfriend, who now lives with your ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, and your kids, offers an olive branch and invites you on a family vacation.
Spend time with the kids.
So you can have that, personal time with your kids, right? And let's say it's somewhere where you never went with your ex or your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, but it's a luxurious place on a beautiful island
Something you probably couldn't afford on
you
your own right
could
now.
never afford. Would you go on that vacation, or would you take that offer from the new caregiver to your wife and your kids? Would you take that offer and go with them? You go first, brother.
I mean, probably like 2 answers here.
All right.
Now,
The nice part.
It's a good person. Like they're a good person.
Okay. They're a good person. I know the kids. They're great for my kids. There's no beef. There was no.
No.
He wasn't the cause of us breaking up or anything like that. Okay, so everything's good.
Yeah.
Good guy, dude. He has money going, and he's like, hey, they're gonna go and say that's your week with the kids, but they're gonna go on vacation.
Yeah.
And they want to take the kids, but he knows that's your week, and he says, hey, I know you want to spend time with them, the kids do want to go on vacation. Listen, I would like for you to come along, I will take care of it because I'm inviting you, I'm taking you out of your element, whatever it is, and I'll pay for everything. I'll talk with the kids and see. Probably not. Probably not. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll work something out with the wife. Maybe I can get them for 2 weeks.
Work something out with your ex-wife.
That's what I mean. Sorry, the ex-wife.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I'll work something out with her, and you guys can have them for 2 weeks, and then I get them for the next 2 weeks.
When they come back.
And then we'll establish something, right? Because the reason you're bringing these so I can have time with them, because you're taking them away on my time, right? It's okay, but I don't want to go on this trip, right? I know you're a nice guy and all that, but the ex, that's giving her some type of ammo, a little bit of, what do you say, like edge over me kind of thing. Like if you get into an argument, she's gonna throw it in my face. Well, my man had to pay for you to come on vacation. What the fuck you saying about that? Da-da-da-da-da. I'm not trying to have that.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll just say, you know what? Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. But you know what? I'm gonna let you guys go and establish, because you know there's gonna be awkward moments, like when the kids are sleeping. What am I gonna do? I can go out there and pick up people and do things, but just for all that. So in that aspect, no. Now, maybe the petty side of me, asshole side of me. If he's he's not really okay. This would only work if he's not really like the good. Like he's a good guy to the kids and all that, but he's kind of a ass to me because like he got her, he's with her and whatever, and I'm in a big whatever. And he's like, you know what? Come on, bro, I'll take care. Don't worry. He's trying to show it in my face. Oh, I'm going. Oh, I'm going. And I am raising up your bill. I am buying and eating. It's all inclusive. I don't care. I am ordering things that are not on the list. I am running up your bill. I am ordering porno and leaving the room and letting it play throughout the whole day and letting the TV go. I am doing all of that. You want to show me up, and that's the reason you bringing me? Cool. Let me see how much money you got. Do that, bro. And I would feel perfectly fine. She can, after we get in some type of argument, she can throw that in my face and all that. Like, great. How much money came out of my bank account for that? 0. So I just basically did what you did, and I didn't even have to sleep with him. I didn't have to take no penis or nothing, and I go on a trip. I got to spend his money and come home and go back to my place and live my life while you still got to deal with
Sounds like you got this all planned out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's only 2 routes. That's the only way for me. That's the only 2 routes. Depending on, obviously there's more to it. It all depends on your situations and all that. But if we're saying he had nothing to do with it, he was if he's a good guy and all that, and he really was doing it because, hey, he's not trying to shove money in my face. I may not. The only reason I may take it is, yeah, say it's a situation where I haven't seen my kids for so long, or if there's something where I don't get. It has to be something like that. Like, it will be for the kids, right? I don't. Maybe I can't go on those trips. I am struggling, and he said I may go. I don't. And if me and the ex are good, hey, maybe I can go find someone or hang out with people. Like, if it's that kind of thing, I can do that. If it's a mature thing, if I sense any bit of pettiness or some type of like, you doing this so you can have one up on me for later on or something, no, it's okay. I can't afford to go there. Maybe I was never meant to go there.
Yeah. So, you're a good guy. Me? Shout out to all the Scorpios out there.
I said I'm not going.
Shout out to all the hold on a second.
Right, go.
Shout out to all the Scorpios out there. Because when we want to be petty and we want to get back at somebody, we can do it. We put effort into it actually. So I would absolutely 1000% go.
Remember twin.
I would set that guy up so good. Yo, bro, I'm going to the strip bar.
I see what
Yo,
you're saying.
I would give a couple dollars to a stripper, a prostitute, do whatever you want with this guy. Take some nice pictures, take her phone, say, yo, thanks for an amazing night. Send it to his phone. Then when they come back, wake up the ex-wife, say, yo, listen, I know that this is supposed to be a family thing, but yo, your new boyfriend, your new husband, he's kind of, I don't give 2 shits. It's called me, but I am setting him up to fail. Thanks for bringing me up on this trip, though. Dude, I appreciate it, bro. I'll be taking back my wife now. I'll be taking back my kids.
See,
You
but
can stick inside this island right
But
there.
who says she wants
But
it?
yo, bro, appreciate the first class tickets.
Yeah.
Right? Appreciate it.
But-
Appreciate the all-inclusive.
When are you doing
But I'm
that?
taking my family
When are you
back.
saying all that? While you're on the trip? No, you can't do that while you're on the trip.
Why not?
How are you getting back? You just pay for everything.
Nico, when you pay for something, it's a full round trip. I'm getting
Mine, but
tickets
it's
there.
all under
I'm
his
coming-
name, but it's in my name. If I want to cancel,
It's already
this
paid
ticket-
for.
Yeah.
can't
You think
cancel
I can't get? The tickets are in my hand. I didn't give you no tickets.
Nah, you can't cancel that. Once you pay.
I get what you want to do, but you can't do that in the middle. It's like being in a restaurant and then boasting about something or making noise while you're there, and you really haven't gotten your food yet.
You know what? It's
But
already-
now you're getting your food,
Listen,
and
listen,
shit can happen.
listen.
Mind you.
For me to embarrass homeboy
And you want
and
to,
get back my family,
but one,
it's worth half the price.
but that's it. You need to know that you're gonna get. Who said she? Just because you showed him to be an ass doesn't mean she's getting back with you. She left you for a reason, so she doesn't necessarily get back. If you just want to ruin it for him, that's cool.
Yeah,
if
that's
your mission is to
that
get
too,
her
that too,
back,
that too.
now you're kind of lost because
You know-
you don't know for sure. But I get what you're saying. It's just you gotta do that smartly. That's why I said I will run up your bill. Cause I know what are you gonna tell me? No? You can't tell me no. You brought me on the vacation. You can't tell me I can't eat it. But if you wanna go to the trip, and another thing, you gotta make sure she's willing to listen to you because all of a sudden now he's a perfect guy, but now all of a sudden you come along, and all of a sudden now he's in a strip club. Oh, miraculously there's a stripper with him. Oh, miraculously you came to show me that he's doing stuff.
She never saw
How do I
this
know you didn't? How do I know you didn't plan this? Why would I want to get back with you now? You're disgusting. You're petty. I don't know. I don't want you.
Listen,
As I'm saying, if you just want to ruin it,
yeah, that's
cool.
it, that's
But
it.
you can't show him that in the middle of it. You gotta do it when you come. You can't even say anything.
Listen.
If I were you, I wouldn't even say anything. You let all that happen. You gotta get her to send pictures. No, you know what you do? You ain't fuck pictures. Forget the pictures. You gotta get her to come sit on his lap when they're chilling outside of the club when you're just randomly with the family and she goes, hey big guy, and she comes sits on his lap. Now you gotta understand, wait.
Yo.
Because in the
You
strip
gotta
club,
mix it up.
because in the strip club, it's in the strip, she can eat if she wants, because remember, he's got money, right? If she's living comfortably, she's not giving it up that easy to come to you who couldn't even pay for yourself on
Well,
vacation.
well, how do
Hold
I-
on, right? But if she sees it for herself outside of the club, because inside the club it's like, okay, he was drunk, whatever. Why? How do I know you didn't set him up? Maybe she can think that because you're bringing him the picture, her the picture, like, oh, look what your husband's doing now. But you went with him. Why would you now want to bait him? She might think it's a setup. But if you're all chilling and safe, you may not even be around.
If it happens organically.
Right? They could be together off in a family dinner or whatever, and you see the girl, when you see outside of this club, I need you to go sit on the bench and lay him up and if he acts like he doesn't know you, lay along with him, be like, oh, I know Dad, you don't know me, okay, I'll see you later, and walk up. Then it's gonna be like, she might be like, hey, what is that? Oh, she just wanted to strip. But why is she talking to you now? You're not in a strip club. Why is she sitting on your? Why is she comfortable to sit on your lap out here? Why is she coming up to you now? Is there more that you're not around, but you got what you wanted, and nothing is gonna fall on you because you didn't show her a picture.
Either way, either.
You know what I'm saying?
Either.
If you're gonna be petty, you gotta be petty smart.
No, for sure. But I'm saying, whatever the end result is.
Oh yeah, it's just her ending.
I can't lose.
Oh,
I
get you.
got a free trip, right?
Yeah.
If it works out in my favor, I get my kids back. If it works out in my favor.
I mean, you never lost your kids, but I get what you're saying.
That's right,
You get them
that's
in that same household.
And if I'm just doing this to be petty and evil,
I mean, if you
that's a circle of
if
life.
you get an
husband.
inkling from her that she may want to be with you again or something, like that will work. Yours will work if you get those inklings and stuff. But if she's perfectly happy with it, you can't be the one. Like you can be the one, but it can't look like you were involved in any way. Like you can't show her nothing. You can't be the one to like bring her somewhere and be like, look, your man's here with someone else. No, you can't even be in the picture. She's gotta walk into the scene and see something happening. So it's in her brain that and anything he tries, he can't blame you because you know he's gonna do that. You can be, you're at the club. Yeah, one kept feeding me drinks and I don't know, like he kept making me do something. Like I wanted to go, but he kept saying, no, stay. You give him an opportunity to use you as the scapegoat. Remember, you couldn't afford to come there. He's paying for you. He can turn it around to where you're still the bad guy. But if you're he can't be like Warren was talking to her like he probably did. No, well, what do you? How do I know he was talking to her? Like, there's no proof that you talked to her. There's nothing that you did anything in that situation. You don't even have to be at the table. She can come to you later and be like, some stripper was on here, like, do you remember? And you could just be like, you can even be the hero and be like, I don't even remember him getting a dance, but I wasn't with him the whole night.
I think for those.
You save yourself, you look like you don't look like an ass, you don't look petty, even though you are being petty. And if she comes back to you, cool. But if she doesn't, and your whole thing was just to break it up because you wanted, even if you don't want to be back with her, you just want to get back at her, there you go, you ruined it, you kind of thing, and it's like, all right.
I mean, in a perfect kumbaya atmosphere, I mean, everybody would want to have a nice, friendly, cordial relationship with all the adults involved in that family tree, right? But let's be honest, I don't think that would work out good for anybody. As a matter of fact, Swiss Beats did that a few years ago. He brought his ex-girlfriend on vacation with Alicia Keys and the kids. And Swiss Beats was all kissing on Alicia Keys, and the wife of the ex-girlfriend was right there 2 feet away. Awkward to say the least, but if them three can put bygones, like bygones be bygones, and egos aside, and that's a good atmosphere, and everybody's in a jovial mood, go for it. But
I know everyone blames her, but I was here, oh, Alicia ruined that relationship. She took the camera. They were probably on the rocks already. She just happened to see each other at that time, and now it seems like she ruined their relationship. But
for a sis to be kissing up on Alicia in front of
that's after. That's done. Their relationship was done. You chose to come. It goes both ways. You should be respectable to not do that in front of her. She's sitting there right with you. Like, don't be loving up. Especially if you started seeing this girl while you guys were, you were on the outs maybe. You're heading for divorce, but
they were done. They were done.
They're already. See, people make it seem like they
Alicia
divorced because of
no.
Alicia.
So Sis and Alicia,
I know it isn't.
They were married when Sis took the whole family on vacation.
Yeah.
He was married to Alicia Keys.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
they
he
were
brought
the ex.
his ex along.
Yeah, Robbie
to spend time with the kids.
Okay.
And they're on the beach. They're all on the beach together.
And that's fine. Hey, everything
You know
works
that's
for
right.
everyone. Who am I to tell you, no, don't do it because I wouldn't do it? You can't do that. You can't project yourself on other people.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing is,
I'll be
if
confident.
it's working for them, why are you mad? Why are you upset with it? If none of them have a problem with the issue, right? They've moved on past. She may not even have any feelings for Swiss Beats anymore. She could have a man. Maybe she doesn't have a man. I don't know if I'm not gonna speak for the next dude if he's there, if he'd be comfortable with her going and not him not coming along. Maybe she doesn't have a man. Whatever, but she's comfortable on her own or whatever. That's fine. Who am I to say, you shouldn't do that? I may not do it, but I can see why you would do it. If you guys are comfortable and you want to, and again, it's a free trip. I'm not paying for it. If someone else wants to pay for it for me to spend time with my kids, cool. They don't have to be around each other every time. The only part I would say is, yes, if you're all together, especially for theirs, I don't even say for they're their own thing, but how they portrayed it in the media as if they were together, Alicia was seeing him and they were still together kind of thing or whatever. But if that was a situation, if it's someone that was in that situation, don't be loving up on them with the ex right there. Like, don't be that lovey-dovey. Maybe she can lay on you or whatever, right? But don't be all making out or whatever. I don't know if that's what he's doing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, just don't do that in front of them. Regardless, even if you guys are all, even if that's not, you guys were together, unless they have their significant other with them, then you guys love each other go on. But if it's a third party thing, like anything, even if you're just chilling with your friend and it's a third wheel and you're with I'm with Jen and you're hanging out with us. I'm not gonna be just be making out with her all the time. That's rude, right?
I'm gonna throw in a wrench though. If same dude, like I said, he wanted to come and spend time with the kids, is it okay for you to ask? Yeah, I'll come. Can I bring my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask? Yeah.
What? That'd be some type of.
If you're gonna catch an attitude with my answer, if I tell you no and now you want to catch an attitude, that's different.
Yeah.
But I can see you asking, and in my head, I'm gonna think of, okay, well,
I'm bringing my girlfriend.
if I'm the one asking you to come along,
yes,
to be with your kids, but obviously your ex-wife is with me.
Yeah.
If you have someone, sure. Now, my offer was to pay for you. If you want to bring her and pay for her,
no.
That's on you. I'm not necessarily paying for that. It'd have to be depending on the relationship. It'd have to be the relationship. And if I'm filthy, dirty, rich, I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And I'll take care of it, kind of thing. I mean, if you're gonna get gifts and stuff for her, that's on you. But I'll take care of the plane ticket. Obviously, if it's like an all-inclusive, food's already included and all that. Like even if we go out to eat, you know what I mean? Maybe an extra plate, whatever. I'll take care of things.
But for the miscellaneous stuff, That's all.
Certain things maybe I may not, you know, if you guys go wandering off on your own, like, fuck, if you don't have money with you, sorry. You can't call me to be like, oh,
I'm
come
not gonna
on.
be the bank.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be your bank in that aspect, but anything that's trip related, anything we're doing that I bring you along to, I will pay for
Fair
it.
enough.
Right? And if, shit, I can bring someone with me, I'll bring someone with me.
Why not? Kids you can meet
Why
new
not?
stuff. Kids you can meet new stuff.
This could be your future stepmom. And you know what? That's also for you, the husband, the new husband, to see if she's really over him. Because in an atmosphere of him being by himself and she's with her man, she's not gonna worry about it's whatever.
That's true. That's
But
a good
now,
test.
if he has someone on the arm and there's no paying attention to you and something's distracted, now is she gonna get bothered because she sees him with the next man?
Yeah.
Is she really over him?
Yeah.
You can do that as your own test. You're not gonna say that to her or whatever, right? But that's something that you can look into, or you may not even look into it, but it can possibly happen, right? Like you can be somewhere, you notice her like getting upset with him, doing stuff with her, or she might be like, why come they don't hang out with us? How come they always going out to their own thing? How come they, you know, and maybe she won't, but
The
you
double,
never know. Stuff can be learned by.
the double date would be definitely interesting to see.
It
Would
would
be
be.
interesting to see. But I want to poll that. Would you go on a vacation with your ex's new spouse if they're offering to pay for everything? Is that something that you have the maturity, the patience, or the mindset to be okay with and go along with it? It's a unique situation, but we'd love to get everybody's answers on that. So what do we got coming up on the new docket, or what do we have else to talk about? Or is there another round? What do we have coming up?
Well, you know what? We can just let the people know what we want to do.
Mhm.
Do we want to let people in on this?
Oh,
Secret? Not really secrets, but
So
things
we're-
we want to establish that we want to put in the atmosphere. We want to happen.
So we're talking about the barbecue.
Any
For the basketball. So we want to do a basketball event. It's going to be brought on by my boy DJ H2O and myself and TJ. We want to do somewhat like a tournament where you come out.
Hopefully, we
tournament.
want to do something do a community event.
All right.
Hoping we can get it for the end of August time. Give some time.
Yep.
If not, plan a big one for next year.
That's right. So you can get your squad ready, your group of 5. We're going to do like a half court, full court. We're still ironing out the details. But it will be an outdoor setting. We'll have water provided. It's just to have a good community-based, family-friendly event where everybody could come. But don't get it twisted. I still take playing sports seriously, so I'm still competitive. Male, female, whoever you are.
We'll have plenty of rub, A5, 3-5, Bengay, and all them things out there for anyone who needs.
Dunking on this man as
You know
usual.
what I mean? Yeah, donuts, that's cool.
Chris, if you're listening, I'll cross you up. Dwayne, step aside, let the pros.
That's okay. You know who's gonna be on my team? Ben, come on my team. We know he can't. We know you got his number, so don't worry.
I'm gonna be playing like half.
Done off those ankles half a game.
Yeah,
You
we're
won't
half a game.
even start.
Ben is literally my Achilles.
Jump ball, you're done.
Shout out to Ben. You're literally my Achilles heel, but come on and play. But we haven't established a firm date. We're still ironing out the details, but hopefully we'll get something done in August, and we'll give you guys a heads up as to when that's going on. And yeah, it'll be fun.
All right. And yes, you're still next year we're gonna dinner and dance. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner and dance.
Yeah. Now I probably can't do the same dances that I did 20 years ago, but I could.
It's okay. We can do some type of form. It's all right. There's no newness. It's just gonna be.
We know that off-scheme TJ was a former male stripper back in the day, so
Stop.
you know what I mean? You could do like a little 1-2
I
thing.
mean, ladies, if you come
Ladies,
with the cash,
you know,
and
he's-
enough, you might.
TJ said
get him to break out on one, two.
he's He'll take the ones, the US ones.
Remember, we'll bring it back. Remember Fresh Prince Carlton had to go up on that stage, eh? Remember, that's it. You might get a little bit of that,
That'll be set up for next year, hopefully, God willing. But yeah, man, we want to thank you guys as usual. Do you have any shout outs?
Oh, yeah, we gotta give
Quick shout outs.
We gotta give all the shout outs. We gotta give a shout out to Mr. G's Auto Care Shop. Give a shout out to our boy Lyndon, who, yes, created some lovely business cards and stuff. Shoot, I have it right here in front of me. I have them in the back. But you guys see them around. You see them on the IG posts and all that. So if you guys need any type of business cards, posters, flyers, banners, I think stuff like that, he can make all of that stuff under Illuminaire. I apologize.
We'll get the details.
We'll put the details of his business up. But yes,
And,
if you need any of that, hit us up, and then we'll lead you right to him to get all of that good stuff that you need.
That's right.
Your brother.
Yeah, my brother Gary, he has his clothing line, PNR Gang. He makes hoodies, he makes sweaters. They're fire. He's been doing it for a while. So he's well versed. He's well skilled in
some of our merch.
That's right. He's well skilled in what he's doing. So if you need any PNR Gang sweaters, shirts, hoodies, let me know, and I will send you the link. And yeah, he's doing his thing. And I want before
go ahead.
one more shout out.
I want to give a shout out to all DJs out there.
Yeah.
I gotta give my peoples their flowers. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a DJ episode. I want to establish the right guys, get the right people to sit down with and chat it out. Shout out to our boy DJ D Nice. If you want some great music from any genre being played for you, that's the man to hit up. All right, look, I think it's on IG. It is at DJ D Nice. DJ D NYC. I could be wrong. I could be right. But check them out.
And one more thing, part of maturity is knowing how to be self-critical of yourself. You know what I mean? Before we started today's episode, we had a good discussion amongst the three of us whether or not I should change the size of my shirt. I think it fits comfortably for us men that have muscles. I'm like, this little scarecrow here.
Hey, don't hate on me. Don't hate on me because I can fit through a door easily.
We like the pythons to flex, so we got a poll, right? What's my name again?
That's enough. I'm done.
Too much.
Wrap it up, folks.
Too much Eldorado.
Wrap it up, folks.
Should Crispy Brown change the size of his shirt? Right? Should he go from a medium and come to realization that it should be a large?
Ew.
Right?
Extra medium. That's what you mean.
Should he go up to a large, or should he keep it medium and let the python show a little bit? Don't worry about the balls, don't worry about this middle. It's in black for a specific reason, so it can be shaded out, right? TJ, you're an excellent cameraman, keeping me nice and tall. You know what I mean? So should I keep it medium or go up to a large? Let me know. Hold that. I know this guy thinks I should go to a freaking extra large.
I said extra medium for you. You're good. You're extra medium.
You go
Sure.
off camera, you said I should go for a double XL. Let's keep it 100.
Listen. Okay, so hold on. Let me get back to Lyndon. Hit him up IG under art.d.smith.
One more time.
art.d.smith. art.d.smith.
He does some good work, yo. He does some good work.
Good work, and you'll do it the way you like it. If you don't like it, he will fix it for you.
Facts.
Also, shout out to our other podcast member. He'll be here every now and then when she's got the time.
Yeah.
Big V.
Big Clark.
V. Clark.
Yeah.
All
Real quick. We like to try different restaurants here on the GTA. For the first time, we went to a place called Chubby's.
Saw that on IG.
Yeah. If you're really into Jamaican cuisine, authentic Jamaican cuisine, everybody says that. Have you been there? You don't like it?
Oh.
I was about to give him a shout out.
I'll tell you
any establishments,
Yes.
you got difference of opinion.
Right,
So
right. So,
you
from
go
my
and check for
personal,
yourself.
my personal experience, I had a good time at Chubby's, which is located at 104 Portland in Toronto. All right. Now, for the space that they have, it's a little bit cozy, but for how they utilize the space and how they make it into a restaurant and the party atmosphere that I think they have on Fridays and Thursdays or Saturdays or whatever, it's pretty unique. It's a unique experience. I had fun. The food was good. The price was decent, but I enjoyed myself. So if anybody's looking for a date night, Jamaican food, I personally like Chubby's. There's an off-screen personality that may not agree with me, but
It's the whole story. I'll tell you after that.
we hear him kissing teeth, but you know what?
Hey,
It was good. It was a good experience.
hey, maybe you might get this story on a behind the scenes. Maybe we'll see. You might have to pay for it, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we might let that loose. But as we said, you come to your own conclusions. Everywhere, everyone has their own, their own views, their own opinions.
That's right. That's right.
And on here, we allow anyone to have their opinions. As long as you gotta be respectful in a sense. Don't be too disrespectful, but we allow anyone. Just say how you feel, what it is, what you...
A chef pissed you off. Hey.
Don't worry.
All right, we did it. All right. We take one last shot before we go. One last shot for everyone.
We all we got.
Everyone, we all we got. Check us out. We will be on Spotify soon. We are working on that to get the audio up there. Okay. Yeah, we'll get them up there as soon as we can. But we still check us out on the YouTube, IG. Hit us up. Check out the Den of Owl Network for anything you need.
Special K will be a guest on our next episode.
We're gonna get Special K and Off-Screen Jen on our episode together one day. Working on it.
Yeah. So look out for that. And you guys have a blessed day. Have a blessed rest of the week. Be safe. And at the end of the day, we all we got. Peace.
Yeah, but you forgot your name. Jeez, Lord.
Bro.